Nobody does it Bennett. Yes, I've gone and said it. Movies and games, some things that are lame. Nobody does it Bennett.
Hello, and welcome to Nobody Does It Bennett, movie reviews. I'm your host, Greg Bennett, and joining me for the movie Legally Blonde is Alice, Jemma, and Tenson. How are we all this evening?
Yeah, good. Excited.
Very well.
Absolutely thrilled. It sounded sarcastic and it's not, I promise.
So I'll be looking roughly to release a new episode about once a month. If you want to keep notified when new episodes are released, just go to the Facebook page. I'm also re-uploading the older episodes so you can download and listen from Spotify. Also Amazon as well, and other podcast services. Speaking of co-hosts, we have a couple of little feathery new co-hosts on the show. If you listen to the Phantom Menace podcast, you would have heard them a few times having their opinions about certain things. That's just JB and Garfunkel, otherwise known as the Budgie Boys. Tonight in the show, we're going through the movie Legally Blonde from 2001. We'll give you our initial thoughts before running through the film itself, offering our thoughts and opinions as we go. We'll also be acting out certain scenes with our own unique voices. First up, let's talk about Legally Blonde, which actually was a pick from Alice. I try to get a podcast pick from the co-host as well when I can. The Phantom from Jeff. Total Recall was a Matt pick. The Star Wars one's kind of brought into it because I know that Tenson wanted to do the Emperor and Palpatine. Eventually, I'm sure we'll get to one for you, Jeff.
I have lots of picks, but it's okay. I'm patient.
Let me know which one you want, but we've gone through the Potters, which of course is one of you.
Which is always my pick, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always number one. Prisoner of Azkaban will be sometime in the future.
More Snape.
We should probably do Galaxy Quest as well, so you can really get into the Alan Rickman voice once again.
Yeah.
Actually, that would be a very good podcast. We should put that on the list.
Oh, please. Yeah.
So when did you all first watch Legally Blonde?
So I think I first watched it maybe intermediate, around that age. I absolutely loved it immediately. I love Elle. I love the message in the movie. I've rewatched it many times since.
And Tenson?
My partner told me to watch it and we watched it together.
Got told to watch it.
It was like a recommendation and I ended up like really liking it. So we kind of like to watch these kind of movies together and it's ones that we sort of have mutual interest for. So yeah, really good film. Good fun, entertaining.
And Jemma?
I believe the first time I watched it was shortly after its DVD release. My dad was quite the DVD collector. I don't think we saw it in theatres or anything. But yeah, he brought home the DVD and we watched it so many times. Even my younger brother really enjoys this movie. It's one that you'd think is a chick flick, but really the messaging's there for everyone. A beautiful example of the integration of third and fourth wave feminism. Not that I thought about it that way at the time, but now, for sure, yeah.
No, it does actually have that deeper side to it, because, yeah, when it came out, I think I saw it when it pretty much came out on Sky TV, around about 2002, 2001 maybe. So watching that, yeah, like, that's the only way I could actually kind of being a teenage boy and get away with watching it, because at that age you just have the weird, I don't know about other people, but myself, I had weird kind of inflictions that people would see me differently if I liked things that maybe supposedly girls would like. Legally Blonde is one of those movies that now you can look back and go, this is actually not just the surface level as what everyone thinks it is, which is funny because that's the whole point of the movie.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Did you never use the excuse of they wear a lot of early 2000s clothing, the women?
You could get away with the good-looking girls, and that's why I watched it.
Yep, I was trying to allude to it kindly.
I had some weird things. Like, I remember being embarrassed to go and buy the Back to the Future trilogy on DVD. Have no idea why. No one even thought it to be about Back to the Future, but at the time I was like, it's a kid's movie. Maybe I shouldn't go and buy this.
You know what? I'm so glad society has moved on and we're now living in the age of the Barbie movie where this is just normal and this idea of content for boys and content for girls is really on its way out.
Yeah, as long as you enjoy it, have fun, all that matters really doesn't matter what genre. Yeah, if you're a teenager out there embarrassed to watch a so-on chick flick, yeah, you're missing out on some top quality stuff.
You're missing out.
I have grown to really appreciate Legally Blonde as a movie about having the confidence and determination to do what others would see as impossible goals and making sure you do it your own way. The movie certainly has that late 90s, early 2000s vibe, like such films as Bring It On and Clueless. If you like what you hear and want more, you can listen to Nobody Does It Bennett on Spotify and other podcast services. Nobody Does It Bennett is also available on YouTube. If you would like to reach out or want to stay in the know, you can by going to our Facebook page under Nobody Does It Bennett. Right, so is everyone ready to get into this film? Of course, we're going to act out a lot of scenes with their own unique voices. Let's get into it.
So ready. And before we start, you're very cool, Greg.
My mom says I'm cool. Ladies and gentlemen, Legally Blonde from 2001.
You want to know why nobody does it, Bennett?
Movie begins with an out-of-focus shot of blonde hair and a surprisingly catchy song. The title appears, Legally Blonde. The shot clears up. It's a woman brushing her hair. Cue to a montage of a girl riding a bike around with a glitter envelope that has Al's name on it in a basket. There's also an apple, not the computer, but an actual fruit. A notebook and maybe a scarf. The song kicks into the chorus. On this perfect day, nothing standing in my way. I like how the credits are pink and in cursive as well. That's right, JB. That's right. It was, yeah. I've mentioned the pink and the cursive. You get to feel the college campus in this intro, at least the ideal or stereotypical view. Beautiful women, jocks being jocks, the hippie hacky sackers. That's right. Say that 10 times fast. Hippie hacky sackers.
Happy seconds, happy seconds.
You get shots through the opening of Al getting herself ready for something. You get Al shaving her legs, Al putting on a necklace, Al painting her nails. You see what looks like a spanking paddle that reads, Al Woods, President.
A what?
It looks like a spanking paddle.
A spanking paddle.
Yeah.
That is very third wave with feminism of them.
There's also a shot of Al putting on some heart-designed high heels. I looked up the difference between pumps and high heels to make sure I got it correct. The girl on the bike rides into a driveway. The sign says Delta New, private drive, not privet drive this time. The girl from the bike gives the Al envelope to another lady. I do like how they use the envelope lady as the tracking shot through Delta's News sorority house. So whoever's got the envelope, you're tracking them through the house and you're seeing all the action and stuff going on. It's a cool way to kind of introduce you to the whole house, not just Al.
Yeah, that slice of life, Greek college life.
The envelope lady is getting the woman in the sorority house to sign the card. Was it always just a card, or did the envelope lady remove it from an envelope? We asked the hard-hitting questions on this podcast. A different lass is taking the signed card upstairs. The shop tracks her now. More people who are in the bathroom getting all glamoured up sign the card. The lass then puts the card back in the Al envelope. So there was an envelope. The lass hands the envelope off to two other gals, slide the envelope under a door. I'm sorry, I tried to have a different name for each woman that was getting the envelope. I was just like, gal, woman, lass.
Dolls.
Yeah. They had names, I would have said them, but they didn't seem to have any names. You can hear Al on the phone while her dog, Bruiserwoods, goes towards the Al envelope on the floor.
I love that restaurant. I heard Madonna went into labor there. Oh my gosh, I have to go shopping. Okay, I'll see you tonight. Okay, bye.
Bruiser hands the envelope to Al, but in dog way, okay? He doesn't just go, here you go.
Mother.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
I love Bruiser.
Al opens the envelope and opens the card.
Oh, good luck tonight, Al and Warner forever. Oh, that's so cute.
Al's room is so pink, kind of reminds me of Umbridge's office, minus the cat plates, of course.
You can't make that
Yeah,
comparison.
it's a horrible comparison.
Poor Al.
Al blows a kiss to the picture of Warner on her cabinet. Warner has such a punchable face. As an old wrestling commentator says, he's got a face only a fist could love. Cut to Al down in the sorority courtyard and meets up with her friends.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so sweet. But I'm not positive it's going to happen tonight.
Hello? He just had lunch with his grandmother. You know he got the rock.
Why else would she have flown in from Newport? It's not like she's FedExed a 6-carat diamond.
Do you really think?
I can't believe you're getting engaged.
All three girls jump up, squealing and clapping.
Oh my gosh, you guys have to help me pick out the perfect outfit. Come on.
Cut to Al, Serena and Margot in a Beverly Hills dress shop. Bruiser is sitting in a handbag. I think you should go with the red. It's the color of confidence.
I don't understand why you're completely disregarding your signature color.
He's proposing. I can't look like I would on any other date. This is the date. The night I'll always remember.
The shop employee quietly talks to the other employee. So who wants to be the shop employee?
I barely remember what he sounds like.
It's a woman, so...
Oh, it's a woman. Okay.
Wow, female erasure and legally blonde.
There's nothing I love more than a dumb blonde with daddy's plastic.
The shop employee then tries to pull one over on Al by pulling a dress from a discount rack and attempting to charge full price.
Did you see this one? We just got it in yesterday.
Oh, is this low viscosity rayon
Yes, of course.
with a half loop top stitching on the hem?
Absolutely. It's one of a kind.
It's impossible to use half loop stitching on low viscosity rayon. It would snag the fabric.
Shop assistant looks stunned.
And you didn't just get it in. I saw it in the June Vogue a year ago. So if you're trying to sell it to me for full price, you picked the wrong girl.
What I like about Al is part of the same reason I'm a big Buffy fan. They often get underrated and assumed as a stereotype that it's so sweet when they hit right back at their attempted foes. It's a good scene, this one, to start as well, because this lets you know Al knows her stuff.
She's not just a ditzy blonde.
Exactly. So it really opens up, so when later on she is going to law school, you can go, well, I can understand that better. Oh! Al decides on the... Got to be passionate, got to bring the passion into it. Al decides on the glittery aqua green dress.
Girls, this is it. In a few hours, I'll be the future Mrs. Warner Huntington III.
Cut to a knock at the door at Delta U. It's Warner, leaning and looking super suave, even as wearing sunglasses at night. Ultra cool. Warner greets the girls at the door, takes off the glasses and smiles smugly at Al, coming down the stairs in a pink and black dress. Okay, so she didn't get the dress at the store then? I'm confused.
Wow, you look so beautiful.
So do you.
Al and Warner kiss. You can see Al's sorority sisters watching on, kind of creepy-like. They're watching like a live TV show.
It is quite bizarre, I have to admit.
Just staring like this is the best thing in their lives.
This is what happens when you don't have Wi-Fi.
Let's get out of here.
Warner just walks off. No arm for Al to grab onto or anything. Just goes. I was like, oh, I'm out of here. Let's go. Serena, Margot, and the other sisters give Al some last-minute touch-ups, including mouth spray, Mouth spray and perfume. Cut to Al and Warner sitting in a restaurant.
Must be strange having such perfect eyes.
God, you're so wonderful.
Thank you.
Stupid Warner and his stupid perfect eyes.
The physical cringe at that moment.
Oh,
They toast with some champagne.
Here's to us.
to us.
Al takes a nip of champagne.
Ooh.
I like that. Just like... Little things like this in movies amuse me, probably more than they should.
Elle?
Yes.
One of the reasons I wanted to come here tonight was to discuss our future.
And I am fully amenable to that discussion.
Good. You know how we've been having all kinds of fun lately?
Yeah?
Well, Harvard is going to be different. Law school is a completely different world, and I need to be serious.
So Harry's godfather then. He's got to be serious.
I'm loving these references.
Harry!
Of course.
I mean, my family expects a lot from me.
Right.
I expect a lot from me. Mm-hmm. I plan on running for office someday.
And I fully support that, Warner. You know that, right?
Absolutely. But the thing is, if I'm gonna be a senator by the time I'm 30, I need to stop dicking around.
Oh, Warner, I completely agree.
Both laugh.
Well, that's why I think it's time for us, Al, Pooh Bear.
Yes,
I think we should break up.
Al's smile drops and intense music kicks in. Warner awkwardly laughs.
What?
Well, I've been thinking about it, and I think it's the right thing to do.
You're breaking up with me? I thought you were proposing.
Proposing? Al, if I'm gonna be a senator, well, I need to marry a Jackie, not a Marilyn.
Such a douche singer.
So awful.
Ugh, I hate him so much.
He gets his comeuppance.
He does. And what did happen to the man who married Jackie?
Dun, dun, dun.
If anyone doesn't know, it's JFK and he got assassinated. Warner smugly laughs.
So, you're breaking up with me because I'm too blonde?
No, that's not entirely true.
Then what? My boobs are too big?
The surrounding tables start hearing the convo.
Your boobs are fine.
So when you said that you would always love me, you were just sticking around?
The expressions on the other diner guests are pretty amusing. The shock on some of their faces. They're kind of like, huh?
I do love you. I just can't marry you. You have no idea the pressure that I'm under.
Al starts to heave cry like a creaky mattress.
My family has 5 generations of senators. My brother's in the top 3 at Yale Law, and he just got engaged to a Vanderbilt. For Christ's sakes.
Al starts to cry shriek. All the different emotions here. I went into great detail. Warner is super embarrassed and gives this frightening, awkward smile. The surrounding table looks at Warner in disgust. Warner tries to blame a bad salad.
Sweetie, Pooh Bear.
Al gets up and storms off.
It's not like I have a choice here, sweetheart.
Warner then plays off like Al and him are just leaving.
Okay, you get the car, I'll get the check.
You can hear one of the other dinner guests speak as well.
Well, I won't be having the salad. It's just the most beautiful little Easter egg line in there.
Yeah.
Just so good.
Cut to Al walking down the footpath, still whimpering when Warner pulls up beside her in the car and she's kind of like...
Come on, let me take you home.
No.
Al, believe me, I never expected to do this, but I think it's the right thing.
How can it be the right thing when we're not together?
Well, I have to think of my future and what my family expects of me.
So you're breaking up with me because you're afraid your family won't like me? Everybody likes me.
Well, East Coast people are different.
Just because I'm not a Vanderbilt, suddenly I'm white trash? I grew up in Bel Air, Warner.
I thought she grew up in West Philadelphia, born and raised, and the playground is where she spent most of her days.
And a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in the neighborhood.
I could have gone the whole Fresh Prince, but I was like, no, I'll just go a little bit.
Moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air.
Across the street from A.A. Ron Spelling. I think most people would agree that's a lot better than some stinky old Vanderbilt.
Sorry, that's also a Key and Peele thing. Aaron Spelling is what it's supposed to be, but A.A. Ron?
A.A. Ron.
A.A. Ron? Is there any A.A. Ron here? Aaron? No, don't you mess with me, A.A. Ron.
Can someone explain the Aaron Spelling reference? Is it somehow related to Tory Spelling?
Yeah, Aaron Spelling is Tori Spelling's dad, who created Melrose Place and 90210.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I told you, I need someone serious.
But I'm seriously in love with you.
Warner sighs, like it's an annoyance to him to have to deal with his heartbroken girlfriend.
Isn't that enough?
Pooh Bear, just get in the car.
No.
You're gonna ruin your shoes.
Al stops.
Okay.
I like how that's the reason. You might ruin your shoes.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are investment pieces. Her parents probably paid good money.
And Warner's smart enough to realise that she needs a reason for herself to get in the car, not for him.
It's a shame that this is a time before Uber.
True. Well, she's rich enough, she could have just had a driver.
True. But I suppose she wasn't really prepared. And no mobile phones? Maybe?
No.
Another Bel Air reference, you could have had a Jeffrey.
She could have had a Jeffrey.
Al gets in Warner's car. Warner drives off and drops Al back at the sorority house. Warner then drives off before Al can even speak.
How could you do that?
Oh no, I hate playing water. I hate playing water.
It cuts to the daytime. Dalton New House is buzzing with activity. One of the girls called Amy goes to Al's room door asking for her help with lip liner. Another girl pulls Amy away asking if she's heard what happened. Girls take Amy away talking about the tragic Warner situation. Meanwhile, Al was in her room eating chocolates. I would do that even if I wasn't sad.
Usual Tuesday afternoon.
Al seems to be watching a soap or something on TV. I think it's Days of Our Lives because later on she talks about how she knows every single thing about Days of Our Lives when she's doing the video essay. As I'm watching these, or as I'm doing these podcasts, I haven't watched them in years, so I'm watching them as I go along. So I always type in my thoughts at that time of what's happening. You can kind of go, he has questions about things that are going to happen in the next 5-10 minutes. Serena and Margot come in with large drinks with straws. They have an extra for Al. What do we think sorority girls from 2001 would be drinking, though?
Ooh.
Cocktails?
It's for Starbucks, isn't it?
Well, no, I think Starbucks existed, but it'd be before, like, the era of White Claws.
Cosmopolitans.
Cosmos.
Isn't it a magazine they also read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iced coffee, maybe?
We know what Americans are like with their coffee.
Yeah, so much cream.
Plus, they seem to be girls that will be watching their figure, so be low fat something.
True. Sparkling water.
Low fat sparkling water.
LaCroix.
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 Yeah.
Tried LaCroix once, wasn't a fan.
No. Also, La Croix. It's French.
I still haven't forgiven you for telling me about Uplay.
It's not French for yogurt, guys.
Destroyed my life. Al throws her chocolates at the TV and yells,
Liar!
when the guy says he loves a woman on the TV show. Margot says that Al needs to leave her room.
You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. You're not the boss of me now. And you're not so big. Life is unfair.
You know it, you know it. If you don't, you don't.
Yep.
Surely.
Let's come back for a revival show, 4 episodes.
Oh,
damn.
amazing.
Been about a week since Warner broke up with Al. Serena asks.
What's the one thing that always makes us feel better no matter what?
Cut to the manicures and pedicures beauty shop in Beverly Hills. Serena talks to her pedicurist. Pedicurist?
She's having her manicure done at the time.
Manicurist? Serena talks to her manicurist about a girl who stuffed 8 grilled sandwiches in her mouth. 8!
That person was Al.
Was it? Was it Al? I didn't realise.
It was. It's so sad. She had 8 grilled cheeses and she shoved them all in her mouth. It was so sad. And then she starts talking about the breakup. So I think it is Al that stuffed 8 grilled cheeses in her mouth.
I'm not even upset, I'm impressed. Serena and Margot discuss how Al hasn't conditioned her hair in like a week. She goes, so trailer park. Al was just sitting on a sofa reading magazines while she waits for Serena and Margot. I actually liked the rainbow top Al was wearing. Because she goes, she doesn't look good, but it's like, that rainbow top's actually not bad.
She looks good in anything.
It's interesting how Al on this has got so many morals and stuff that she won't break in this. She did a movie about 5 years before this called Election, where she was a high school student who was sleeping with the teacher so she'd get her grades up and be elected for president of the school and whatever. It's funny how she went from that to Al, completely different.
Greg's going to be shocked to hear about acting.
What? Buffy the Vampire Slayer doesn't have like a little thing in her cross? Nose candy, I believe it's called. Al sees something in a magazine and excitedly turns to the old woman next to her.
Oh my God. Do you know who this is?
No.
That's Warner's older brother.
Who?
Al reads the article.
3rd year Yale law student Putnam Bowes Huntington III and his fiancée Lane Walker Vanderbilt, 1st year Yale law.
Okay, who's out here naming their kids Putnam? Let alone being the 3rd in the family.
Rich East Coast families.
Putnam? Isn't that what you used to make little animals and stuff out of when you were a kid? No, that's Play-Doh, so, but very close. Al gasps.
This is the type of girl that Warner wants to marry. This is what I need to become to be serious.
What? Practically deformed?
No, a law student.
Like the old woman said, practically deformed. Al walks off, leaving her friends behind. Cut to Al's dad talking to her like a typical white rich guy, white cricket vest and all, holding a martini. Law school? Al was in the swimming pool.
It's a perfectly respectable place, Daddy.
Ha!
Honey, you were first runner-up at the Miss Hawaiian Tropic contest. Why are you going to throw all that away?
I enjoy the contradiction of most parents here, usually telling their kids to grow up and become lawyers or doctors. These parents, though, think Al was ruining her life thinking about law school when she should be concentrating on beauty pageants. This is a complete 180 on most high school shows. I like that. It's cool.
Going to Harvard is the only way I'm going to get the love of my life back.
Oh, sweetheart, you don't need law school. Law school is for people who are boring and ugly and seriously black. Potter. And you, Boston, are none of those things. Al then attacked her father with a spoon. I had to use it somewhere. Cut to Al talking to the counselor who was looking at Al's grades.
Harvard Law School?
That's right.
But that's a top 3 school.
Oh, I have a 4.0.
Yes, but your major is fashion merchandising. Harvard won't be impressed that you aced history of polka dots.
Counselor then closes the folder. The actress who plays the counselor here is actually one of my favourite comedy spoof movies of all time. The movie called Loaded Weapon. Well, it's actually called Loaded Weapon 1. It's got Emilio Estevez in it, who's the brother of
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. And
Is that the Flying Ducks one?
yeah, he's the Mighty Ducks brother, and Samuel L. Jackson are in a spoof movie of like Lethal Weapon. And she's like a lady that has her hair tied up. When she ties it down, she becomes a completely different woman. Every time I see her, I'm like, it's good that she got another role.
What are your backups?
I don't need backups. I'm going to Harvard.
Well then, you'll need excellent recommendations from your professors.
Okay.
And a heck of an admissions essay.
Right.
And at least a 175 on your LSATs.
I once had to judge a tidy whitey contest for Lamba Kappa pie. Trust me, I can handle anything.
I have to say as well, though, it's quite nice. For all of the objections that the counsel is bringing up, she's not putting her down or telling her she can't do it. She's just giving her the facts and saying, okay, this is what you need. It's refreshing.
Especially in movies where people are like, it's impossible for you to do this, you shouldn't even try. But yeah, right, she doesn't. She just gives her the hard, cold truth of what she has to do. Cut back to Al in her room. Margot and Serena walk in. Margot says how she has a really high metabolism. It's actually what she says, metabolism. They are shocked to see Al on the floor studying for her LSATs. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Reading about the LSATs.
Serena leans into Margot.
My cousin had that. Apparently, you get a really bad rash on your...
Serena points down. Margot looks uncomfortable. Al smiles at them.
The LSATs are an exam. Girls, I'm going to Harvard.
You mean like on vacay?
Let's all go.
Road trip!
No, I'm going to Harvard Law School.
Margot and Serena looks utterly confused. Why?
Al, now I know you're upset about all this, but can't you just take a Percocet?
Sorry.
Why not a Vicodin?
Okay, once Warner sees me as a serious law student, he'll totally take me back. It's a completely brilliant plan.
As long as you're going to Harvard for the right reasons, Al. But isn't it hard to get into law school?
I had the highest GPA in Delta U.
Oh, well, here, you're going to need this.
Your scrunchie?
My lucky scrunchie. It helped me pass Spanish.
You passed Spanish because you gave Professor Montoya a lap dance after the final.
Yeah, luckily.
Luckily.
Cut to Al bathing in a spa. The shot is in a camcorder style. Time for Al's video essay. Title reads, Al Woods, Harvard Video Essay.
Oh, hi. My name is Al Woods. And for my admissions essay, I'm going to tell all of you at Harvard why I'm going to make an amazing lawyer.
Cut to Al at the head of a very long table with all the sorority girls seated. Looking at Al, read off a piece of paper.
As president of my sorority, I'm skilled at commanding the attention of a room and discussing very important issues. It has come to my attention that the maintenance staff is switching our toilet paper from Charmin to generic. All those opposed to chafing, please say aye.
Aye.
The crap that sorority had to put up with is lewd behaviour. Apologies for the potty mouth.
I'll bet you it was only 3-ply.
Al slams down a gavel. Cut to Al and another student tutoring Al in the library. A. Neither type of opera or neither type of rap is on sale. B. Neither type of jazz and neither type of opera is on sale. C. Neither type of opera and neither type of soul. Al's attention starts drifting elsewhere to a bunch of jocks outside. The tutor gets Al's attention back. She needs to focus. Cut to Al lying on a floaty in the pool.
I'm able to recall hundreds of important details at the drop of a hat.
Margot comes floating in on a floaty. Hey Al, do you know what happened on Days of Our Lives yesterday? I love how Al and Margot are just staring into the camera and not looking at each other. Hey Al, as I roar at the camera, it's great.
Why yes, Margot, I do. Once again, we join Hope in the search for her identity. As you know, she's been brainwashed by the evil Stefano.
Al puts on a posing smile at the end. Evil Stefano, then she's like, smile. Cut to a montage of Al doing a practice exam and having it marked by Margot. First one was 143, way too low. Cut to Al walking through the outside of campus. I do enjoy her pink sunglasses with the pink dress.
It's okay, Greg. We can get them for you.
I'd look smashing.
You would.
I feel comfortable using legal jargon in everyday life.
Al gets wolf whistled by a nearby person.
I object.
And then she smiles again.
Yeah.
I love that moment.
I object. Smile.
Love it.
Al didn't go straight back to the smile posing at the camera. Reminds me of the Mii characters from Nintendo Wii days, always redirecting their glare back at the camera. So no matter what angle the camera was at, the Mii character would look directly into your soul. It was creepy. Cut to the LSATs exams. Al was sitting in a class crowd, thinking over a question before determinedly answering. The girl who tutored Al comes running to Al with a crowd of girls behind her, and Margot, who are walking down the stairs. Al, it's here! The LSAT scores! It's here! Al takes the envelope and walks towards Serena and the crowd of girls. The anticipation is immense as Al opens the envelope. Al looks shocked as she reads the results, then smiles.
179!
Al and the crowd of girls erupt in excitement. Some ladies come down the stairs letting off party poppers. Streamers are raining down as Al is lifted up by Serena and Margot. What a moment.
What strength?
You know Delta Nu can do anything. even lift.
I Delta knew that.
Cut to Al on the TV standing up in a full bikini, concluding her video essay.
And that's why you should vote for me, Al Woods, future lawyer for the class of 2004.
The shot zooms out from a TV to reveal the Harvard Selection Committee watching. They are a bunch of stuffy-looking men. Think Alfred from Batman, but not as cool.
She does have a 4.0 from Cooler, and she got a 179 on the LSATs.
A fashion major?
Well, sir, we've never had one before, and aren't we always looking for diversity?
Her list of extracurricular activities is impressive.
She was in a Ricky Martin video.
Clearly, she's interested in the music.
She also designed a line of faux panties for her sorority's charity project.
And she's a friend to the animals as well as a philanthropist.
Al Woods looks around at the other members who have really tried to sell the idea of allowing her into Harvard. Welcome to Harvard. It's interesting how they really wanted to meet her. Is it because she's a good-looking girl, or is it because they just like difference?
I don't know. I think this is a very interesting discourse, right? Because when you look at university admission into multiple different programs, they are often looking for people that have varied interests and life experience. And again, I think this movie's just slightly ahead of its time in that regard. It might look like it's just about the basic idea of girl power, you can wear pink and do anything, but actually there are a lot of themes that these days feel very normal to us.
Yeah.
I do like how there's no real kind of like person there going, she wouldn't fit into Harvard, she's not the right kind of candidate.
It's just this disbelief of, she ticks all the boxes, but we wouldn't have expected this. Welcome, I guess. Yeah.
She's done things differently, but she's done things everyone else has done, if not better.
Yeah.
Cut to a montage with a 2000 style song. Not as good as the intro song, in my opinion. The montage shows Al driving in her convertible with her moving truck behind, heading into Boston and into Harvard Law School. The music changes to snobby classical music during the montage. That's how you know she's going to Harvard. She got classical snobby music. Al was in her car arriving at Harvard, again with some cool pink lens sunglasses, similar to the colourful lens glasses a lot of celebs wear today.
Like Elton John.
Yep, and Bono.
Big time.
Dave Bautista wears them, and Robert Downey Jr. wears them as well.
We're really not necessarily naming the celebrities of today, are we?
Well, it is an old movie, so.
Yeah.
True.
Oh, Bruiser, it's so exciting. Look, Harvard. Are you excited?
Bruiser Bucks. That's what I went Bruiser Bucks. He hasn't got any lines.
I love Bruiser.
It then cuts to the movers unloading Al's truck. She has so much stuff, a lot of pinks and purples as primary colours. Al is in the Wyeth House at Harvard. Al holds Bruiser while she looks on.
This is our new house for the next 3 years.
Other students notice Al and start walking over to see the strange new Barbie doll of a girl moving her stuff in. Even start looking out the windows at Al, who is now giving Bruiser some water. Where's the beach, honey?
This ain't LA.
Al takes Bruiser inside with the movers. It's interesting that they are playing the reverse Uno card in this movie. So many Hollywood fish out of water situations are a nerdy person getting picked on for being a nerd by the jocks and the sorority girls. I like the flip in this film. Also shows the supposed smarter people in our society are also prone to bullying people for being different.
Amen. I've been to debate club at university, can confirm. Very clicky.
Cut to a banner saying, welcome law students, class of 2004. So this is 2001. Interesting that they have the class that when you graduate rather than the year that you go there. Al appears glowing with colour, while the other students are muted in less colourful attire. Pink flat cap Al was wearing is a nice touch. So more on this one than I ever noticed before is how much they made her stand out against everyone else at Harvard. They muted their colours to make sure that she pops when she comes on screen. I was like, that's very clever, it's good. Al greets the person marking off the names.
Hi, Woods, Al.
The person marking the names off looks surprised in Al's direction. Al then gets given a class schedule map and book list.
Wait a second, my social events calendar is missing.
The student doesn't understand what Al means. Al goes into more detail, but the student just laughs in disbelief.
Okay, has Warner Huntington III checked in yet?
No. You know, maybe you should check with the cruise director on the Lido deck?
Al just smiles, not understanding the hostility. Cut to some students sitting on the lawn. Al was one of them, smiling with their bright, saturated colours compared to the rest. Okay, welcome to law school. This is the part where we go around in a circle and everyone says a bit about themselves. Let's start with you. This guy is so, like, unamused and doesn't care. I felt his pain.
I feel like everyone except Al acts like they're too cool to care about anything.
Yeah.
Basically.
And it was the time, really, with 2001. People were like skaties, and it's cool to not care.
It's sort of the pre-hipster era, yeah.
My name is David Kidney. I have a master's in Russian literature, a PhD in biochemistry, and for the last 18 months I've been de-women orphans in Somalia.
Awesome. What about you?
Hey, how you doing? I'm Enid Wexler. I got a PhD from Berkeley in Women's Studies, emphasis on the history of combat.
Enid punches David on the arm, which causes David to have an awkward antisocial reaction.
And last year I single-handedly organised the March for Lesbians Against Drunk Driving.
Seems like a very niche protest that wouldn't be my first thought for a protest, but yeah, lesbians should be against drink driving. Killer.
Thanks. Good times.
Enid gives me young Barbara Streisand vibes.
Don't tell her not to sit and putter. Life's candy and the sun's a ball of butter.
Aaron Mitchell. I graduated first in my class from Princeton, and I have an IQ of 187.
David and Enid scoff at this comment.
And it's been suggested that Stephen Hawking stole his brief history of time from my 4th grade paper.
Cool. He's just like, cool.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Al Woods, and this is Bruiser Words, and we're both Gemini vegetarians. I have a bachelor's degree in fashion merchandising from CULA, and I was Zeta Lambda Nu Sweetheart, president of my sorority, Delta Nu, and last year I was homecoming queen. Oh, 2 weeks ago, I saw Cameron Diaz at Fred Segal, and I talked her out of buying this truly heinous Angora sweater. Whoever said orange was the new pink was seriously disturbed.
The rest of the group just looked shocked at Al. Like, what?
Personally, I also would not be able to believe someone saying that orange is the new pink.
I'm pretty sure I got an orange is the new black joke later coming as well, so you're right.
Nice.
Look out for that.
Coming up on the Greg Bennett.
Next time on, cut to Al looking at herself in the mirror. She's wearing a green and blue robe type jacket with a shirt and tie and a green skirt. The jacket looks almost like a PowerShell type of design, like the way she has it looks very PowerShell.
Wish me luck, Bruiser. This is my first class as a serious law student.
Because before this, she was just a funny law student. Al put some glasses on to look more serious law student-like. Cut to Al walking the corridors of Harvard, getting stared at due to her colourful, sexy Harry Potter outfit.
Aww.
Al then sees Warner looking at a notice board. Al momentarily prepares herself before heading over to Warner. Al walks right past Warner, and it's Warner who calls out to her.
Al?
Al turns around.
Warner, I totally forgot that you go here.
What are you talking about? Ah, are you here to see me?
No, silly. I go here.
You go where?
Harvard Law School.
You got into Harvard Law?
What, like it's hard? Oh my gosh, Warner, it's going to be so great. I'm planning this great mixer. You should totally have to help me. I'm thinking of a luau maybe, like casino night. This is going to be just like senior year, except funner.
Funner, what a word. It's a word that I don't think exists, but everyone knows exactly what it means.
Oh yeah.
Warner is just gobsmacked. Duh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, time to go. I have to go to class, but meet me after on the benches, okay? All right, bye.
Al walks off to class. Warner just stands there with his mouth wide open.
And it's like an acting choice. His mouth is open. Like,
It's good every time you see him do that. He does that a lot in this, where he's just like dumbfounded by whatever is going on. Al walks into the classroom and smiles, knowing she is getting everything she wants.
A legal education means you will learn to speak in a new language.
Al looks at the students either side of her, who have laptop computers. It might seem silly not to have a computer with her, but in Al's defense, in 2001, I wouldn't have had a computer with me, just a good old pen and paper. Not many people had computers back then. Like, it wasn't a necessity like it is for people today. Like, obviously you're into a classroom and today and everyone's got computers, but 2001, no. Al pulls out a heart-shaped notepad and a pen with a pink fluffy ball at the end.
You will be taught to achieve insight into the world around you and to sharply question what you know. The seat you have picked will be yours for the next 9 months of your life.
Whoops, Al is right up in front.
And those of you in the front row, beware.
It's like she's going to spit.
I think one of them spits, right?
Yeah.
Al looks concerned. Stromwell reads a quote on the blackboard.
The law is reason free from passion. Does anybody know who spoke those immortal words?
David quickly raises his hand.
Yes.
Aristotle? Stromwell smiles and walks towards David.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would you be willing to stake your life on it?
David computes for a moment. I think so.
Oh, what about
Stromwell hits another student on the head with a pencil.
his life?
David computes again intensely. I don't know.
Well, I recommend knowing before speaking. The law leaves much room for interpretation, but very little for self-doubt. And you were right. It was Aristotle.
Girl softly next to a deeply relieved David whispers, "Good job."
Now, I assume all of you have read pages 1 through 48 and are now well versed in subject matter jurisdiction.
Al looks confused.
Who can tell us about Gordon versus Steele?
Everyone in the class except Al is turning pages in their books.
Let's call on someone from the hot zone.
Stromwell eyes up Al, who is happily smiling along.
Al Woods.
Oh, actually, I wasn't aware that we had an assignment.
Stromwell stares daggers through a smiling Al.
Oh.
Stromwell walks off surprised with Al and reads another name on her list.
Vivian Kensington. Do you think it's acceptable that Miss Woods is not prepared?
You can hear Al give off an embarrassed giggle in the background. Yeah, Jemma. Vivian.
No,
Vivian coldly stares at Al. She always gives a little pucked face too, like,
I don't.
Would you support my decision to ask her to leave class and to return only when she is prepared?
Al looks insulted.
Absolutely.
Vivian gives Al a sarcastic smile and head bob. Al, feeling embarrassed, packs up her stuff and walks towards the class door.
Now, Miss Kensington, did diversity jurisdiction exist in this case?
No, it did not.
Good. How about in the case of Owens versus McCullough?
You never actually hear the answer for this, as Al has left the class by this point. I went all the way with the lines right till she walked out, and I went back and like, why did I do that? It's just pointless. But I was like, it's already there. I might as well keep them. Cut to Al storming outside and past one of the Wilson's brothers, who is working from a bench. Al sits on the bench next to him, obviously upset.
Ugh.
Al, frustrated. Because he sits there, she goes, ah. Then she realizes she doesn't get his attention, so she goes, ah. Excuse me, are you okay?
Yeah. Do they put you in the spot like that all the time?
The professors, yeah. They tend to do that. Socratic method. I'm trying to get a Wilson kind of, yeah. Because Luke and Owen always just sound cool when they're talking. Especially Luke.
I love Luke Wilson,
He's great.
by the way.
He's in that 70s show. Keeps calling Eric Foreman Eric Foreskin. Hey, Foreskin.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Luke Wilson doesn't get as much praise so much as his brother, but Idiocracy.
Yeah, Idiocracy and Royal Tenenbaums, one of my favourite movies.
Who had both Wilson brothers.
Yeah.
2 for 1 there.
Wow.
Wow. So just every time I hear that, all I see in my mind is Shanghai Noon. So
But not the sequel, Shanghai Night.
I enjoyed the sequel, Shanghai Night.
There you go. Do not smear that name.
So if you don't know the answer, they're just going to kick you out?
So you have Stromwell, huh?
Yes. Did she do that to you too?
No. But she did make me cry once. I mean, not in class. I waited till I got back to my room. But yeah, she'll kick you in the back. Or whatever, you know. But yeah, she's tough. Really tough.
Great.
Don't worry, though. It gets better. Who else do you have?
I have Callahan, Royalton, and Leventhal.
Yeah, let's see. Speak up in Callahan's class. He really likes people that are opinionated.
Okay.
And in Royalton's class, try to get a seat in the back. He tends to spit when he's talking about products liability. There you are, the spitter. He's the spitter. And for Leventhal, you know, make sure you read the footnotes because that's where he gets a lot of exam questions from.
Right. Wow, I'm really glad I met you.
Hey.
Are you a third year?
Well, Warner interrupts.
Hey, Al.
Just doesn't even care that Al's in the middle of a conversation. Just completely walks up.
Douche.
Al looks at Warner.
Hi.
Al looks back at Emmett.
Thank you for all your help.
Good luck. Al walks up to Warner.
Hi, Warner.
Hi. So, how was your first class?
Oh, it was good, except for this horrible preppy girl who tried to make me look bad in front of the professor. But no biggie.
You're right, Al. Vivian was no notorious B.I.G. No biggie.
You're here now. So, how was your summer?
Good. It was good.
Did you do anything exciting?
A hand with an engagement ring on it appears over Warner's shoulder. It's that horrible preppy girl, Vivian.
Hey, have you met Vivian?
Oh, hi. Vivian Kensington.
I have a cousin called Vivian. Used to say to me, "It's Viv, Greg." Classic Vivian. Viv, have you ever listened to this? I'm sorry.
Do you know her?
She's,
I'm his fiancé.
Damn, Warner, not only with another woman, but engaged? Dramatic music kicks in while the camera zooms in on the sparkling engagement ring.
I'm sorry, I just hallucinated. What?
Yeah, she was my girlfriend in prep school. And well, we got back together this summer at my grandmother's birthday party.
Warner told me all about you. You're famous at our club, but he didn't tell me you'd be here.
Pooh Bear, I didn't know she would be here.
Al, horrified, walks off. Cut to Al driving in her car, listening to some 2000s style punk pop. Al is upset when she's listening to 2000s pop punk. She sees a sign for a salon. Neptune's Beauty Nook Hair and Nails. I like the word nook.
It gets used a lot in the Nintendo verse. Exactly.
Tom Nook.
I guess I should switch it up then. Al makes an incredibly dangerous 180 turn. You can hear car horns and possible crashes off screen. But then Al parks in front of salons. You know, people might have died, but we won't know about that.
Oh, thank God.
Al goes into the salon. One of the workers is eating while reading a magazine. An upset Al walks up to the worker and sits down in front of her.
Are you free? It's an emergency.
Bad day.
You can't even imagine.
The worker puts down what I think is either a bagel or donut, but not quite sure. But she takes one more bite.
Spill.
I worked so hard to get into law school. I blew off Greek week to study for the LSATs. I even hired a Coppola to direct my admissions video.
Tenson will know that because Coppola's a famous...
France.
Yep.
All to get my boyfriend Warner back. And now he's engaged to this awful girl Vivian. So it was all for nothing. And I just wish I had never gone to Harvard.
After you went to all that trouble.
He's engaged. She's got a 6-carat Harry Winster on her bony, unpolished finger.
I like how you got the Jennifer Coolidge mannerisms.
I'm trying.
I could hear it in there. I was like, she's trying the mannerisms. That's great. I like how Al knows exactly which type of ring it is. Once again, she proves she's a genius, just not in the normal sense of the word.
Oh.
What am I supposed to do?
Well, you're asking the wrong girl. I mean, I'm with my guy 8 years, and then one day it's, oh, I met someone else. Move out.
Oh no, that's awful.
Dewey kept the trailer and my precious baby Rufus.
I'm guessing not Rufus from Bill and Ted movies. Actually, I'm not sure if that Rufus is technically born yet. That's a thought I had when I was watching this about Bill and Ted's Rufus. Worker shows Al a picture of a cute-looking bulldog.
I didn't even get to throw him a birthday party.
No.
I mean, what's a girl to do?
So good.
It's really good.
God. He's a guy who followed his pecker to greener pasture. Oh, sorry, I can't hold on. He's a guy who followed his pecker to greener pastures, and I'm a middle-aged high school dropout who's got stretch marks and a fat ass.
I love Jennifer Coolidge. That's terrible.
Yep, happens every day. So what's this Vivian got that you don't have? 3 tits?
Total recall. Me and Matt have already covered that.
She's from Connecticut. She belongs to a stupid country club.
She as pretty as you?
She could use some mascara and some serious highlights, but she's not completely unfortunate looking.
I'm going to use that from now on. I'm not ugly. I'm unfortunate looking. A courier delivery man comes in and greets everyone. The worker who was with Al can't stop staring at him. The delivery man smiles and nods at the worker with Al. I thought they were going to eventually Paulette was going to introduce herself, but she never does.
No.
So after a while I start calling her Paulette. So there you go. In case you're wondering why it goes from worker to pull that. The delivery man distracts the worker to the point she messes up Al's nail clean, spilling the liquids.
Oh, look what I did.
The delivery guy says goodbye and leaves. That was tougher than it needed to be.
Oh, shoes.
Shows is a replacement word for another word.
Could I have been any more goddamn spastic?
It's okay.
So, are you sure this Warner guy is like the one?
Definitely. I love him.
Well, if a girl like you can't hold on to her man, then there sure as hell isn't any hope for the rest of us. What are you waiting for?
Al looks confused.
Steal the bastard back.
Al and the workers smile. Yeah, evil plans. Cut to Callahan's class. Callahan is a professor, but was also the designer of the Titanic. I should warn you that in addition to competing against each other for the top grade in this class, you will also be competing for one of my firm's highly coveted 4 internship spots next year. Cool, I'm gonna design the Titanic with more lifeboats next time and fully sealed compartments.
So really what they're competing for is a space on one of the 4 lifeboats on the Titanic.
I could even do it in a voice. I'm gonna design the Titanic with more lifeboats next time and fully sealed compartments, where you will get to assist on actual cases. Let the bloodbath begin. The class laugh. Then he pulls out weapons. No.
This is the purge.
Open tryouts, Dark Knight, and he snaps the stick. Yeah. Now, let's commence with our usual torture. Callahan looks at his list on the clipboard. Miss Woods, would you rather have a client who has committed a crime malumancy or malum prohibitum? Vivian smugly looks at Al and she thinks,
Neither.
and why is that?
I would rather have a client who's innocent.
The class laughs. Vivian laughs, thinking Al is an idiot.
Idiot.
Dare to dream, Miss Woods. Mrs. Kensington. Sorry, Mrs. Kensington from Austin Powers. Mrs. Kensington! Mrs. Kensington, which would you prefer?
Malum prohibitum.
Vivian gives Al a look of arrogance.
Because then the client would have committed a regulatory infraction as opposed to a dangerous crime.
That's correct, then. JB says, yes, you are correct.
Thank you.
Vivian puts her hand on Warner's shoulder. Well done, Mrs. Kensington. You've obviously done your homework. Al gets the look of vengeance in her eyes. Now let us look at malum prohibitum a little more closely. It has been said. Al raises her hand. Yes, Miss Woods.
I changed my mind. I picked the dangerous one because I'm not afraid of a challenge.
Al stares right at Vivian, who doesn't look impressed, because she just said the opposite of what she just said and then looked at her. It doesn't prove they're smarter, Al. It just makes you more vindictive.
Yeah.
Nah, she's pulled off her kid gloves finger by finger and thrown them down at her in challenge.
Her perfect manicured nails are off. Cut to some of the boys playing some recreational football. A snob, how are you playing some of that recreational football, I see? Al sits in a chair nearby in a bikini top and pants, with a drink and a book, with Bruiser sitting next to her. This gets the boys' attention, including Warner, who is playing. Cut to Warner, Vivian, and some others studying in the library. Al walks up to the table with a basket of food.
Hi, everybody.
Al, what are you doing here?
Well, it's library, Warner. Don't act so shocked.
I've come to join your study group. And look, I brought sustenance. Who's first?
Our group is full.
Oh, is this like an RSVP thing?
Random study person who I automatically dislike.
No, it's like a smart people thing, and as Viv said, we're full.
But yeah, I gave her the name of random study person who I automatically dislike.
It's a good name.
It's perfect. Come on, guys. We can make room for one more.
What's this? Warner being decent? Vivian kicks Warner hard on the shin.
Ow!
We've already assigned the outlines. The answer is no.
Poor Al. There hasn't been a single moment in this film where she has been mean to anyone. Well, except for that Beverly Hills shop clerk, but she deserved it. Al doesn't deserve this.
Oh, okay. I'll just leave then.
Bye.
As Al is leaving, Enid from another study group yells out,
Hey, maybe there's like a sorority you could like join instead. Like, you know, if you had come to a rush party, I would have at least been nice to you.
Exactly. Treat others as you wish to be treated, especially people you don't even know.
Oh, is that before you voted against me and called me a dyke behind my back?
Good to see that Enid doesn't have any prejudice against particular looking girls.
I don't use that word.
Enid scoffs.
You must have heard it from Vivian.
Oh, that was a good burn. I like that burn. Vivian looks shocked. Oh, cool. How could you say that about me, even though I was just completely mean for no reason to her?
Well, not no reason. She feels threatened.
True. Cuts at Elle back to her room with Bruiser in her arms. Elle is in a blue robe with a white smiley cloud on it. See, go right into the details of what she's wearing. Elle is sad. Elle picks up her fluffy pink landline cordless phone. She has like a fluffy pink landline phone.
That is adorable.
I want one.
Love it.
I always wanted the Garfield phone. There's a Garfield one you could get in the 90s.
Oh, totally.
All the burger phones from Disney Channel.
I saw it in Juno and I wanted
Yeah,
one
obsessed.
so bad.
The phone looks like she skinned Falcor from a never-ending story.
Whoa!
Elle rings Margot and Serena. Margot's in the middle of picking out a wedding dress. Josh proposed. Don't think we ever meet Josh, or they don't even talk about it until the second movie.
No.
It's like, again, like she comes to court later on, but they don't mention the husband or fiance. Serena asks if Elle has got Warner back. Elle hesitantly says, almost. Serena wants Elle to hurry up so she can come back home. Her real friends miss her. Elle talks about how vile people are at Harvard. Serena interrupts Elle to let her know that she got bangs. Important info to know.
It's incredibly important.
Very important. Margot tells Elle to keep June 1st open as she is one of her bridesmaids and to give Warner their love. Cut to outside Elle's room. Vivian is loudly telling some fellow students.
So don't forget, 8 o'clock at 45 Dunstan Street. It's a really nice party. Oh, and don't forget to bring your own Merlot.
No way. Somebody at the school actually
Elle comes out of her room, not knowing who it was until she comes out in the hall.
having a party?
Yes, but it's a costume party. You probably wouldn't want to come.
I love costume parties.
Oh, well then, I guess we'll see you there.
Okay.
Vivian turns back just before leaving.
Oh, at 45 Dunstan Street. Okay.
I like how Vivian always does that. Bruiser growls. He knows what's up. Cut to Al walking to the party in a sexy bunny costume. I honestly have no problems with it. Enid is inside playing foosball. The house is jam-packed with students, none who seem to be wearing costumes.
The bunny outfit's very much like Mean Girls.
Yeah.
It is very Mean Girls.
Definitely when I saw it, it reminded me of Mean Girls.
Which came out when?
I think it was after.
A bit later.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the movie, I think, House Party?
The House Bunny.
House Bunny. What's the name
House
from
Bunny.
Scary Movie?
Yes, Anna
Ferris.
Yes,
Anna
Anna
Ferris.
Enid sees Al dressed up as the sexy bunny.
Oh my god.
At first, Al is embarrassed, but quickly decides to embrace it, as to not let Vivian win. The guys seem to like her costume too. Al walks up to Vivian and her toxic friend. Vivian spits out a drink when she sees Al.
Thanks for inviting me, girls. This party is super fun.
Al should have gone as Vivian. Would have fit right in.
Nice outfit.
Vivian wishes she could pull something like that off as well as Al.
Oh, I like your outfit too, except when I dress as a frigid biatch, I try not to look so constipated.
Vivian looks disgusted.
She's horrible.
Seriously, Vivian? You're the victim here?
You've got the ring, sweetie.
Vivian and toxic friend admire the ring. Al mingles a bit and finds Warner in a debate with Enid.
Excuse me. Hey, Warner.
Wow. Well, don't you look like a walking felony?
Enid looks disgusted at Warner.
Thank you. You're so sweet.
Enid walks off. Again, someone's talking and then this time Al comes in and cuts off Enid. And Enid's there awkwardly for a moment listening and then is like, I'm out of here.
Are you having fun?
I am now. What's with the costume?
Oh, I just decided to dress up.
Really?
I've got there, Warner, horny. But I think Tenson, you pulled it off.
We all just learned something about Tenson.
You know, I feel like we barely get to see each other since we've been here.
Oh, I know. I'm so busy with these case studies and hypos.
I know what you mean. I can't imagine doing all of this and Callahan's internship next year. That's going to be so much.
Oh, Al, come on. You're never going to get the grades to qualify for one of those spots.
Warner just keeps on underestimating Al. It's like, she's already at Harvard, dude. Why do you think that's impossible for her to finish top of the class?
You're not smart enough, sweetie.
Wait, am I on glue or did we not get into the same law school, Warner?
And Al only tried for like 6 months. How long have you been preparing for, Warner?
Well, yeah, but
But what? We took the same LSATs and we're taking the same classes.
I know, but come on, Al, be serious. You can do something more valuable with your time.
Al has an epiphany.
I'm never going to be good enough for you, am I?
Al walks out of the party after seeing Warner's face of nope. Al storms towards the door.
I'll show you how valuable our words can be.
Cut to Al in line at the store with one of those early 2000s Apple laptops.
The iBook?
They were white with a highlight translucent colour. Colours available were blueberry, tangerine, indigo, and key lime.
I miss those. I love them so much.
I'm guessing Al got the tangerine. All the things I remember in this movie, one of the things I remember is her computer. To have that back in the 2000s, you understand just how cool you were when you had one of those Apple computers. And the colours, is like, why don't they do things like that anymore? I guess you can just do custom anything you want. But it's cool to see them just in shops and stuff. If you could just pick a red one, a blue one, or a green one. So cool. The guy Al talked to on the bench, Emmett, lines up behind Al, who is still in the sexy bunny outfit. Can see the all-in-one iMac version of Al's translucent laptop is priced at $1,249 on a poster in the background.
That's quite a lot of money for...
For 2001,
Yeah.
US dollars as well.
It's Apple though. It's Apple money.
How much would that be now?
Apple would charge about $2.5 to $3,000 for the same
Well,
computer.
I
now.
mean, an iMac starts at $17.99 nowadays, but that's with the technology being that much more ubiquitous and more competition in the market. So easily like a good 3,000-4,000 New Zealand dollars.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Emmett clears his throat to get Al's attention.
Don't ask.
Wasn't gonna. Emmett just stands there smiling as Al moves forward in the line. Another early 2000s pop song plays over all of this. Cut to Al typing on a new iBook G3 computer. So that's what it was called, as an iBook. Then it cuts to Al walking past Warner and Vivian's group, who are all drinking coffee in an outside courtyard. Al is smiling with all her books in hand. Cut to Al trying to reach for a book on the top shelf in the library. David comes over and helps her out. Good old David.
Thanks.
Cut to Stromwell's class.
So you filed a claim. What next?
Al is the only one in class with a cool-looking Apple iBook G3 laptop.
Miss Woods?
Al looks stunned.
Don't you need to have evidence?
Toxic friend is over by Vivian and stares at Vivian like, seriously? What a stupid response.
Meaning?
Meaning you need reasonable belief that your claims should have, like, evidentiary support?
Stromwell looks impressed.
And what kind of evidentiary support does this require?
Al smiles as she has correctly answered and Stromwell has moved on to her next victim. Cut to Bruiser watching a female version of his dog on TV. Al is reading a legal book while on a treadmill. I like this scene. It's interesting because even when she's studying, she's also still doing other things. She's just always doing more than she needs to. Everyone else would just study. But no, she's also going to work out at the same time.
Yeah, that struck me as well. This very much was the era of women can do it all and can do everything. And, you know, I think nowadays the discourse is a little bit more nuanced. You know, there is a cost to doing it all, but it was a really good role model to show that you don't have to sacrifice who you are in pursuit of your dreams.
Absolutely. It then cuts to Al writing notes while having her head in a hair treatment machine. Paulette, her salon friend, is also in the hair machine next to her. And Bruiser is in the one on the other side of Al. Is that even safe for a dog?
I mean, wasn't this the era of The Simple Life and Tinkerbell the dog?
That's true.
Do those hair machines even exist still these days?
There is one salon down Princess Street in Dunedin that has them.
I think in America they're still pretty popular, I would assume, for like blowouts and stuff.
They've also got a slightly newer version which you just put on that provides heat for developing hair dye.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not hair dryers, but they just...
Wrap around. Cut to Callahan's class. And the purpose of diminished capacity is... Al raises her hand. Callahan pointed Al. Hey, you over there!
To negate mens rea?
Callahan nods, as in impressed. To think of Mr. Miyagi meme from Karate Kid. It doesn't mean, though, the ship won't sink.
There's so many Titanic.
And last night, Tinder's like, have you got any Titanic puns in this? And I was like, oh.
Waiting for it, eh?
It's like, girl, just you wait.
Cut to Al and Paulette in Al's car. Bruiser is sitting between them. The montage is coming to an end. That's right, this whole thing's been a montage for a good... Since she grabbed the computer, it's been a montage since. This montage comes to an end. Al pulls up in a junkyard-looking place.
Are you ready?
No, I said, are you ready?
No.
Oh, yes. Yes, you are. Go. You can do this.
Paulette is walking up to a trailer rehearsing what she's going to say.
Listen to me, Dewey.
Listen to me now.
You shut your mouth. No, you shut your big mouth. I'm doing all the talking.
Paulette knocks on the door, and one of those shiny silver trailers, Tenson, not ships this time. A bald man with an unkempt goatee and holding a beer opens the door.
What the hell do you want? We're eating lunch.
I just thought that,
You just thought you could come here and show me what I'm definitely not missing?
Dewey cruelly laughs in Paulette's face. Al peers from around the corner.
That's not why I came by.
Hey, Paulette, how many times you gonna come over here begging me to take you back, huh?
I was,
Al puts on her glasses like it's reverse Superman, putting on the glasses to become the hero.
Dewey Newcomb?
Who's asking?
I'm Al Woods, Miss Bonifante's attorney, and I'm here to discuss the legal situation at hand.
Come again?
Do you understand what subject matter jurisdiction is?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, due to habeas corpus, you and Miss Bonifante had a common law marriage, which heretofore entitles her to what is legally referred to as equitable division of the assets.
Dewey is utterly confused by all of this.
Come again?
Due to the fact that you've retained this residence, Miss Bonifante is entitled to full canine property ownership and will be enforcing said ownership right now.
Huh?
Tell him, Paulette.
Al gives Paulette the courage she needs while Dewey stands in her face laughing to himself.
I'm taking the dog, dumbass.
I love that line so much.
Also reminds me of that 70s show. Every time I hear dumbass. Cut to Al and Paulette heading back to the car. Paulette is carrying her dog. Your Dewey voice, Tenson, reminded me of the guy from Men in Black who takes the guy's skin.
Oh, yeah.
Sugar in water. It was great.
Oh my gosh, did you see him? He's probably still scratching his head.
Yeah, must be a nice vacation for his balls.
Another good line. I like that one. Al and Paulette have a good laugh while they each cuddle their dogs.
Thank you.
Cut to class.
Well, according to Swinney versus Newbert, Swinney, who was also a private sperm donor, was allowed visitation rights as long as he came to terms with the hours set forth by the parents.
You can see Al sitting behind Warner and Vivian.
So, if we're sticking to past precedent, Mr. Latimer wasn't stalking. He was clearly within his rights to ask for visitation.
But Swinney was a one-time sperm donor. In our case, the defendant was a habitual sperm donor who also happens to be harassing the parents in his quest for visitation.
Well, yeah, but without this man's sperm, the child in question wouldn't exist.
Does not exist. Such a typical guy thing to say. Now you're thinking like a lawyer. Oh God, really? But this is actually interesting. Now you're thinking like a lawyer. When he turns out to be a scumbag later on, you're like, he's just thinking like that because he's a scumbag too. Warner looks impressed, and so does Vivian and Toxic Friend. Al raises her hand. Yes, Miss Woods.
Although Mr. Huntington makes an excellent point, I have to wonder if the defendant kept a thorough record of every sperm emission made throughout his life.
The class start laughing. Ha ha ha, what a jokester. Interesting. Why do you ask?
Well, unless the defendant attempted to contact every single one-night stand to determine if a child resulted in those unions, he has no parental claim over this child whatsoever.
Emmett is sitting in the back of the class listening to Al.
Why now? Why this sperm?
I see your point.
And for that matter, all masturbatory emissions where his sperm was clearly not seeking an egg could be termed reckless abandonment.
I believe you've just won your case. Warner looks shocked. Ha ha. Beaten. Defeated. KO. Al savours the moment. Cut to class finishing and the students leaving. Miss Woods, you did well today.
Really?
You're applying for my internship, aren't you?
I don't know.
Sleep soundly, young Al, for I have built you a good ship. Strong and true. She's all the lifeboats you'll need.
Oh my God.
You should. Do you have a resume?
Yes, I do.
Al hands Callahan a pink piece of paper.
Here it is.
It's pink.
Oh, and it's scented. I think it gives it a little something extra, don't you think?
Callahan just looks confused at Al.
Okay, well, see you next class.
Al leaves and Emmett walks up to Callahan. Do you think she just woke up one morning and said, I think I'm going to go to law school today? Well, that lapse in judgment aside, I think she's got a lot of potential. Emmett's always like nodding like, yeah. Here's the Wyndham file. Smell this. Callahan hands Al's resume to Emmett to smell. What's that? It's her resume. Smells good. He does such a good job of coming across as such a good guy, Emmett, that even when he's like, smells good, Doesn't come across as creepy. When Callahan's talking about how he thinks he just doesn't really think too much about being a lawyer, Emmett's always defending her right through the movie. Every single time someone says something about it in a certain tone, if he hears it, he'll kind of like bite back a bit, which I like. Cut to Al and Paulette in the salon while it snows outside the window and toast what looks to be a can of beer together. I'm not sure if it's beer, but they've got a couple of cans in their hands. Cut to what looks like spring, or at least a season that isn't winter. Al wonders what is going on as the corridors of Harvard are all abuzz.
What's going on?
Callahan's firm is defending a murder trial. His caseload is so big, he's taking on first-year interns.
He picked them already?
My God, I can't believe it. Warner, we got it.
Yes.
The most unenthused. Yes. Al pushes past the celebrating Vivian and Warner, trying to see the list. The list is as follows. Warner Huntington III, Vivian Kensington, Enid Wexler, and Al Woods. Al gasps and makes her way through the crowd.
Me!
Vivian's face turns from celebration to contempt towards Al.
Yes!
Enid pops from behind Al and stares at her in disbelief. Again, Enid just like showing up like, what? She does it a lot in this movie, just shows up randomly.
Oh, Warner?
Al walks up to Warner.
Do you remember when we spent those 4 amazing hours in the hot tub after winter formal?
Yeah, no.
He's like, yeah, looks at Vivian, no.
No.
This is so much better than that. Excuse me, I have some shopping to do.
Al walks right through Warner and Vivian. Vivian looks at Warner.
4 hours?
Same about the Carpathia was from reaching the Titanic was 4 hours. Cut to Callahan's law firm offices. Al, Vivian and Warner all arrive at the same time. Al isn't wearing any pink for a change. Black and white attire this time. She's blending more in with everyone else now. She might wear pink here and there, but no longer the flamboyant, complete pink attire. We'll save that for later. Warner walks off, leaving Vivian and Al standing there, staring at each other.
You look very nice today, Vivian.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Two ladies walk off towards the conference room. Conference room has a nice wooden wall look with a strong, shiny and long conference table. Reminds me a bit of Wayne Manor in the 1989 Batman film. Callahan arrives to the waiting students in the conference room. We're defending Brooke Wyndham, whose very wealthy husband was found shot to death in their Beacon Hill mansion.
Gold digger?
You'd think so, since the stiff was 60, but she was rich on her own. Some kind of fitness empire? You can buy her exercise tapes on infomercials.
Wait, are you talking about Brooke Taylor?
Callahan looks at his notes. Maiden name Taylor? You know her?
She's a Delta Nu. She wasn't in my pledge class, but she graduated 4 years before me. I used to take her class at the Los Angeles Sports Club. She's amazing.
Amazing how?
She can make you lose like 3 pounds in one class. She's completely gifted.
Well, in all likelihood, she's completely guilty as well. She was seen standing over the husband's dead body.
By who?
His 26-year-old daughter in the pool boy. Emmett comes into the room. Sorry I'm late. Excuse me. Al sees him, not sure why he is here. This is Emmett Richmond, another associate, top 3 in his class, and former editor of Harvard Law Review. Feels weird having Emmett officially introduced so late into the film. It's like, oh yeah, no one actually knows who he is, really. Was it supposed to be a mystery? But if it wasn't really pulled off that well because you just assumed everyone knew each other by now. So it was weird. You've probably seen him lurking around campus doing my research. Thanks for the introduction.
So what about the murder weapon?
Al whispers hi to Emmett. Oh, now she wants him. The gun is missing. The coroner said he'd been dead for 30 minutes. When the cops arrived, giving Brooke plenty of time to stash it.
I just don't think Brooke could have done this.
Warner and Vivian look at Al.
Exercise gives you endorphins. Endorphins make you happy. Happy people don't shoot their husbands.
Some clear logic there. Very clear logic.
They just don't.
Cut to Brooke Wyndham, formerly Brooke Taylor, wearing an orange prison jumpsuit. Callahan and the Harvard student team are all in a prison interview room. Brooke is played by Ali Larter, who I remember from the movie franchise Final Destination and the TV show Heroes.
I didn't do it. I walked in, I saw my husband lying on the floor, I bent down to check his heart, screamed my head off, and then Enrique and Chutney ran inside.
Okay, your stepdaughter and the pool boy came in, where they saw you standing over the body covered in his blood?
Why would I kill my husband?
Insurance. A love affair, pure unadulterated hatred. Believe me, the DA will come up with plenty of reasons.
I loved him.
He was 34 years older than you. That doesn't sound so good to a jury.
Then show them a picture of his dick. That might clear up a few things.
There is a moment of awkward tension. After that one, whoa! Brooke, I believe you, but a jury is going to want an alibi.
Well, I can't give you that. If you put me on the stand, I'll lie.
Well then, I guess we're done for today. Callahan packs up and the team start to leave as Brooke puts her face in her hands. Brooke sees Al as the team is leaving.
Hey,
Hi,
I know you.
I'm Delta New, and I'm a huge fan of yours.
You took my class in LA.
Uh-huh.
You had the best high kick I've ever seen. Are you one of my lawyers?
Yeah, sort of.
Well, thank God one of you has a brain.
Brooke gets taken away by the guard. Cut to Al and Paulette in the salon. Bruiser and Paulette's dogs are sharing a dog bed.
I'm the only one who believes her. Callahan totally thinks she's guilty.
Yeah, that's 'cause men are big fat idiots who don't...
The delivery guy comes into the salon.
Afternoon, ladies.
It's him.
Delivery guy goes up to the woman at the counter.
Paulette Bonifante.
The counter lady points the delivery guy to Paulette.
Oh my God.
Delivery guy walks towards Paulette.
I got a package.
Al looks at Paulette.
He's got a package.
I like how she looks at him and says, he's got a package. Delivery guy hands out a pen for Paulette to use to sign for the package. Delivery guy waits, then turns his pen to Al, who rinses her hands and signs for the package with the pen, not with a spoon. That's the second one. I got two in there. Al tries to use her eyes to get Paulette to make a move. Paulette smiles at the delivery guy.
How you doing today?
Fine.
Delivery guy leans right on towards Paulette and smiles.
Take it easy.
Delivery guy leaves.
That's great, Paulette. Is this the only interaction you two have ever had?
No. Sometimes I say okay instead of fine.
Well, why don't you offer him a cold beverage or a neck massage or something?
Oh, come on. What's the point?
Trust me, Paulette. You have all the equipment. You just need to read the manual. Do you know what I'm saying?
Paulette shakes her head as to no.
Okay, I'm going to show you a little maneuver that my mother taught me in junior high. In my experience, it has a 98% success rate of getting a man's attention. And when used appropriately, it has an 83% rate of return on a dinner invitation.
Where did Al get these stats from?
She's been keeping a spreadsheet since 1997.
I like how my mother showed me this in junior high. It's like, all right.
She took the stats from her mum.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
It's called the bend and snap. Watch this.
The bend and snap sequence is another thing about Legally Blonde that stays in the memory. Bend and snap. Al stands up to create a scenario.
Oh, I think I dropped something on the floor that I need to pick up. So you bend and snap.
I like the kangaroo pause motion that Al does on the snap. Like she's got the kangaroo
It's so
pause.
cute.
Yeah.
Come on, you try it.
Paulette tries it, but raises her arms in the air like she's doing a tango on the snap.
Okay, yeah. A little less bend, a little more snap, okay?
One of the other salon clients wearing a purple and blue tracksuit gets up and shows her snap.
Good snap.
Al starts going around the salon, getting people to show off their bend and snap. The salon turns into a bend and snap class.
Now everybody smile. That is very important. Good job, everybody.
Tracksuit lady starts to do frantic tap dance-like moves. I don't know why she starts tap dancing.
Bend and snap.
A male hairdresser comes out into the salon. Oh my god, the bend and snap works every time. Cut back to Callahan's law firm offices. Well, if Brooke didn't kill the guy, then who did?
My money is on the angry daughter or the ex-wife.
Chotney has a trust fund. She doesn't need the insurance payoff or the inheritance.
What about the mother?
Covered. She was in Aspen at the time. Vivian, get me some plum sauce. I don't like Vivian, but she is a law student, not a waitress. Vivian is surprised and insulted by the request, but reluctantly walks off. 10 people saw her downing Cosmopolitans at the Karibo Club.
Well, all I know is that it's not Brooke.
That's touching, Al, but we need an alibi. Cut to Al visiting Brooke in prison via the visiting area. With the windows and phones, Al is talking to Brooke via the phone.
I brought you some necessities. Some Calvin Klein 720 count sheets, the entire Clinique skincare line, some aromatherapy candles, and a loofah. Oh, and the Bible.
Al shows Brooke a Cosmopolitan magazine.
You're an angel.
Yeah, Tenson.
Are you an angel?
I couldn't resist.
So how are you? Are you all right? You look so orange.
Well, I hear it's the new black. There you go.
The animals. Animals. I'm just glad it's you and not Callahan.
He means well. He's very brilliant. He designed the Titanic.
Yeah, he better be for what I'm paying for him.
I have to tell you the real reason I came here. Professor Callahan says we really, really need your alibi.
Al, I can't. I mean, you don't understand.
Who could understand better than me?
It's so shameful.
Tenson, do you think that maybe Brooke watched Morbius?
Probably.
Whatever it is, Brooke, it could save you.
No, that's just it. It would ruin me.
How?
I've made my fortune on the ability to perfect women's bodies with Brooke's Butt Buster workout.
I know. You helped me go from a 6 to a 4.
That's great. On the day of Hayworth's murder,
Brooke looks around to make sure no one's listening.
I was getting liposuction.
What?
I was getting liposuction.
Huh?
Liposuction! Oh my god.
No.
I know. I'm a fraud. It's not like normal women can have this ass. If my fans knew that I bought it, I'd lose everything.
Al looks unsure.
I've already lost my husband. I'd rather go to jail than lose my reputation.
Brooke, your secret's safe with me.
Thank you.
I like how she points like, you think this ass is natural?
So funny.
Cut to the team at Callahan's law offices when Callahan walks in. Vivian, grab me some coffee. Vivian looks upset again and she goes to grab coffee.
Very misogynistic.
It's very much so.
It's the breadcrumbs for what we learn about him shortly.
Yeah, absolutely.
We've got 2 interviews tomorrow that Gerard and I are going to handle. The ex-wife in an hour, and according from the prison, our client apparently had a visit from her sister, a Miss Daltonou. Emmett smiles at Al's cleverness. Callahan looks at Al. Anyone you know?
Yes, I went to visit her.
What the hell do you mean you went to visit her?
I went to get her alibi.
Did you get it?
Mm-hmm. It's really good.
Well, great. What is it?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Why the hell not?
Because I promised her I'd keep it a secret, and I can't break the bonds of sisterhood.
Screw sisterhood. This is a murder trial, not some scandal at the sorority house. I want the alibi.
I can't give it to you, but I can tell you she is innocent.
Mr. Callahan, Mrs. Wyndham Vandermark is on line 2 for you.
Someone reason with her while I take this. Callahan leaves the room. Another random lawyer guy. Are you crazy? Just tell him the alibi.
No.
We're gonna lose this case if you don't.
Well, then we're not very good lawyers.
If you tell him, he'll probably hire you as a summer associate. Who cares about Brooke? Think about yourself.
That last line was Warner in a nutshell. No integrity. Vivian actually gives Warner a disgusted look when she hears that.
I gave her my word, Warner.
So what?
Vivian is deeply disappointed in Warner. Callahan comes back into the room. The ex-wife seems to be unconcerned with the fact that the interview is today. She's at a spa in Berkshires.
Berkshire Baggins.
Taters, what's taters, precious?
A spa? Isn't that kind of like your mothership?
I could go if you want me to.
Emmett. Yeah, go with her. Cut to a montage of Al and Emmett driving to Berkshire's spa. She seems completely untrustworthy to me.
Why?
I mean, this is a person who made her living by telling women that they're too fat.
Brooke would never tell a woman she was too fat.
And she seems to me like she's hiding something.
But maybe it's not what you think.
Maybe it's exactly what I think.
You know, you're being a real butthead.
A butthead? Why would you call me that?
You know, Emmett, you just need to have a little more faith in people. You might be surprised.
Can't believe you just called me a butthead. I mean, no one's called me a butthead since like the 9th grade. Emmett and Al laugh.
Maybe not to your face.
Emmett and Al arrive at the spa. Al called ahead. The ex-wife is in the mudroom. Cut to a woman wrapped up with a blue face and cucumber slices over her eyes.
Mrs. Wyndham Vandermark?
Al removes one of the cucumber slices so Mrs. Wyndham Vandermark, or the ex is what I'll call her, can see.
So, you found me?
Yes. We're from Austin, Platt, Jarrett, and Callahan, and we're here to ask you a few questions.
So I hear that little tart from California shot poor Hayworth.
Well, That's what we're trying to prove didn't happen, actually.
Do you have any reason to believe that it did?
Well, I've never actually met the woman, but my daughter tells me she can be quite the little biatch.
Now, did your daughter ever mention anything to you about the relationship between Brooke and Hayworth?
Well, she did say that they humped like gorillas. Guess it wasn't enough, though, for Brooke.
Why do you say that?
Well, haven't you seen the Cabana Boy?
Cut to Al and Emmett walking outside back to the car.
She's lying.
And you know this for a fact?
Did you see the icky brown color of her hair?
So now you discriminate against brunettes? The scene transitions to a nighttime where Emmett and Al are in the car.
Why shouldn't I? I'm discriminated against as a blonde.
It's weird that she's talking about this towards the car ride home. Like, did they have like a 50-minute gap where they stopped talking?
Oh, yeah.
Same conversation as they were walking. There you have it, kids. You're allowed to discriminate against others if you have been discriminated against. You know, being a blonde is actually a pretty powerful thing. You hold more cards than you think you do. And I personally would like to see you take that power and channel it towards the greater good, you know?
Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow.
Al gets out of Emmett's car. Hey, how do you think I look as a blonde, you know?
I'm not sure you could handle it.
They both laugh at that cheap shot at Luke's brother, Owen.
Yep.
Wow.
Wow.
Cut to Al walking back to campus. She can see David talking to a girl. So I called your room last night.
I heard.
I was thinking maybe we could go out sometime.
No, you're a dork.
The girl and her friend laugh at David. Al stops walking by when she hears this. I'm in law school.
Look, I'm not going to go out with you. I can't believe you'd even ask. Girls like me don't go out with losers like you. Let's get out of here.
Soul crushing. Al turns around and shouts over to David and the two girls.
Excuse me.
Al walks up to David and slaps him. Oh, sorry, boys. Al walks up to David and slaps him.
Why didn't you call me?
What?
We spent a beautiful night together and I never hear from you again?
David looks at the two girls. I'm sorry?
Sorry for what? For breaking my heart or for giving me the greatest pleasure I've ever known and then just taking it away?
Both?
Well, forget it. I've already spent too many hours crying over you.
Al walks away, smiling.
So, when did you want to go out?
David is overwhelmed. He's kind of like,
Yeah, but now we better work.
He's got a reputation now.
He does. Lothario.
Cut to Al sitting in a chair with Bruiser and a book in her room when there is a knock at the door. It's Vivian.
Are you done with the deposition yet?
Oh, yeah. Here, take it. I've read it like 20 times.
Okay. You know, Al, I still can't believe you didn't tell Callahan the alibi.
It's not my alibi to tell.
I know. And I thought that was very classy of you.
Really?
Sure.
Maybe Vivian is all right after all. That, or she had emergency surgery to get the enormous thing removed from her ass.
Thanks.
Vivian looks to go, but hesitantly stays.
Do you ever notice how Callahan never asks Warner to bring him his coffee? I mean, he's asked me at least 10 times.
Well, men are helpless. You know that.
I know. Warner doesn't even do his own laundry.
I know. He has to have it sent out.
I know.
Vivian and Al are finally bonding.
Did you know when he first applied, he got waitlisted?
What?
Vivian comes in closer to Al to dish some real goss.
His father had to make a call.
You're kidding.
Uh-huh.
As the Vivian, Vivian and Al both laugh. Good times.
No way.
Oh, God, that is such a precious dog. Hi.
His name is Bruiser. Do you want to hold him?
Oh,
He's very friendly.
Al hands Bruiser over to Vivian.
Look, he likes you.
Bruiser licks Vivian on the face. Al is amazing. Holds zero grudges. Because she could have easily, gone to war with Vivian, but now her nicety has won her over.
I think ultimately Al is a girl's girl.
Oh, totally. I love her for that.
So as soon as they realise that they're not in competition for the same target, she has to put all of that behind.
Vivian feels like this is their only path forward where Al can do anything she wants, so she's just jealous that she's trying to take away what she wants. Not realising that Al could be just as good a friend if she just kind of embraces her rather than an enemy.
Yeah, there's a lot of insecurity, I think, that you see in the characters, and it's nice that they overcome that quite solidly by the very end of the movie anyway. As we will see, there might be a little setback. Dun, dun, dun.
Cut to reporters gathering outside a courtroom. Brooke's trial is about to start. I thought usually trials take like 3 or 4 years to kind of get going. But
The fact that this has happened in about 6 months or so, it actually pokes holes in the trial as well, but I will hold that until we get to it.
all right.
You know what I'm saying.
First to testify will be the victim's daughter and ex-wife, the Honourable Judge Mariana R. Bickford presiding. Oh, there she is. The judge is played by JB.
It's always JB and never Garfunkel.
Garfunkel's not a talker. JB's the one that likes to talk. Garfunkel will talk to JB, but he won't be the one that blurts out things.
Gotcha.
Brooke is seated with Callahan, Emmett, and some other lawyer guy. I think it was Gerard, but by this time I didn't know who it was. Al, Vivian, and Warner are in the seats behind them. Cut to the first witness, Chutney, Hayworth's daughter. Chutney is played by Linda Cardellini, who is in such things such as Scooby-Doo movies, Avengers, and Freaks and Geeks.
And where was she exactly?
Standing over my father's dead body.
I like you got the gum too.
I love it. It's amazing.
The court starts to murmur, "Oh my god, that sounds horrible." Cut to the ex-wife being examined on the stand.
And what exactly was the defendant doing? Well, she was sitting next to the pool, topless, while the Latin boy handed her a drink.
There's a sketch artist that seems to be drawing caricatures of the ex-wife. He's like drawing caricatures rather than sketches. Cut to Enrique, the Latin boy being examined.
Mr. Salvatore, can you tell us what this is?
Prosecutor holds up a pair of revealing swim togs.
My uniform. This is the uniform that Mrs. Wyndham asked you to wear while cleaning her pool. Yes. And are you or are you not having an affair with Brooke Wyndham? Define affair. Have you and Mrs. Wyndham been fun buddies, hooking up, dancing the forbidden dance, shagging, had sexual relations?
I added a few extras there.
No, I'm pretty sure that's from the movie. Yeah, definitely heard the word shagging and fun buddies. Yes, okay? Yes.
In the whole time of questioning, there wasn't a single objection from Callahan. Notice that? He wasn't caring at all about stopping this. He's got no evidence that they're having an affair, yet he's not objecting that there's no evidence to this. He just doesn't care. Judge says the court will reconvene tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Court is adjourned. Brooke goes up to Al.
You know a Delta Nu would never sleep with a man who wears a thong.
That's thong, that song.
I don't know that thong song.
You don't know the Cisco thong song? I'm too old.
I've heard references to the thong song, but I've never actually heard the thong song.
Listen to it, yeah.
I just liked watching him clean the filter.
I know. I believe in you, Brooke.
Take care of me, Al.
I will.
Cut to the salon. Paulette is doing her makeup when the delivery guy comes in. Delivery guy goes up to Paulette with his massive package that he has under his arm, of course.
I was going to say, is the massive package in hand?
Paulette is singing along to You Sexy Thing, not realizing delivery guy is there.
Sexifier.
Delivery guy likes what he sees.
I got a big one for you.
Paulette gets a shock and drops her makeup mirror. Paulette awkwardly stands there smiling.
Can you sign?
So many people say, Paulette turns away and looks down at her makeup. Perfect time for the bend and snap. Nope. Instead, Paulette turns back around and grabs the pen to sign for the package. Paulette looks deeply into the soul of the pen. Does she dare do it? Paulette drops the pen in slow-mo. The delivery guy looks worried for some reason. The pen hits the ground. Or if it was like that legal show. Dong dong.
Dun dun.
Da, 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 da.
Dun, 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 dun.
Paulette gives off some very teethy smiles once more, then goes down for the bend and snap. Delivery guy, though, is too nice and tries to help and get the pen for Paulette. So Paulette bends and smack.
That's a good one.
Paulette snaps up and smashes the delivery guy's nose. You can hear that the delivery guy hit the ground. It's like a thud. It's like, oh, nasty. Cut to Al on the phone to Paulette while in line for the drinking fountain. Drinking fountains are gross. Can't remember when they got taken away, but they should have.
Oh, agree.
COVID. All the schools had them removed, just as an aside, during the vid in 2020. So my kids' schools now, there's no drinking fountains. They have to bring a drink bottle that lives at school permanently and gets refilled for them. So that way they have access.
Even when I was a kid in primary school, I was like, fountains are gross.
It's disgusting. And you know, there was always that one kid that
Stuck their mouth on it.
whole mouth on the
You know what's terrible though? Even knowing that water came out on a hot summer's day, so crisp and metallic, and there wasn't anything that hit quite like it. I knew that we could possibly all die of dysentery, but it was worth it.
I know what you mean when you're running around so much.
We played Bull Rush.
And it's all we had in the 90s. We didn't have our own. I don't remember carrying around a water bottle, really.
My mum always made me take a juice bottle.
A juice bottle.
Always had Raro.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But she would fill it 1 litre thing into 2 litres, so it's watered down.
Oh, yeah, totally. Me and my friends in high school used to share the Raro packets, just raw. No water. Yep. It's like some sherbet. Just a little treat.
Right, so yeah, drinking fountains are gross.
You broke his nose?
Oh, I blew it, Al. My snap was all over the place.
I'll be there right as soon as court is out. We have to cross-examine Enrique. But don't worry. My girlfriend Serena once barfed on a guy during the Blair Witch Project, and they ended up dating for 3 months.
Really? All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
On a side note, when the Blair Witch came out, a lot of people were puking and stuff in the cinemas because they were terrified of it.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
It's not something that now you know it's fake,
Yeah, it's not that scary anymore.
but these people were locked away for over a year. You didn't see them anywhere. You didn't know that they survived.
So people literally thought it was real.
They thought there was found footage and it was actually real.
That is clever marketing. You wouldn't get away with that now with social media, but
It would destroy it.
damn.
Just as Al gets off the phone, Enrique cuts the line and starts drinking from the fountain. God damn Enrique. Enrique is wearing a very colourful and glittery shirt like a ballroom dancer. Al starts tapping her foot like Sonic the Hedgehog. Enrique stops and turns to face Al.
Don't stomp your little last season Prada shoes at me, honey.
These aren't last season.
Al then has a light bulb realization. Cut to Al running back to the courtroom.
Emmett, he's gay. Enrique is gay.
Callahan hears what Al says. What? Al turns to Warner.
Warner, what kind of shoes are these?
Black ones.
See?
That's the example. You get it perfectly, but it's just so comically brilliant as well. What are you talking about?
He's gay. He isn't Brooke's lover. He's making it up.
Wait, back up. How do you know he's gay?
Gay men know designers. Straight men don't.
Massive stereotype, but I'll allow it.
You know what? He did leave a share tape in the pool house one time.
While I appreciate your masterful legal theory, I have a murder trial to attend to. Emmett. Okay. Emmett looks at Al. I'll take care of it. Thanks. Cut back to the trial. Sketch artist is now working on an Enrique caricature. Mr. Salvatore, do you have any proof that you and Mrs. Wyndham were having an affair?
Only the love in my heart.
Well, if that's all the proof he has, Your Honor, I think I'm done here. Again, a really, really simple and lazy cross-examination, like he doesn't care.
Yeah.
No effort.
Very much.
Judge tells Enrique he may step down, but Emmett jumps up as Judge is relieving Enrique. Not in that way.
Oh,
From the court, all right? I'd like to ask a couple of questions, Your Honor. Emmett walks up to Callahan. Just give me a couple of minutes. Emmett walks up to Enrique. Did you ever take Mrs. Wyndham on a date?
yes.
Where?
A restaurant in Concord where no one would recognize us.
How long have you been sleeping with Mrs. Wyndham?
3 months.
And your boyfriend's name is?
Chuck.
Right.
Woo!
Got him. The courtroom is astonished. Just for the Harry Potter fans out there. The judge calls for silence.
Pardon me.
Yes, Mr. Salvatore.
I was confused.
Oh.
You see, I thought you said friend. Chuck is just a friend.
Chuck stands up in the courtroom.
You bitch.
Chuck starts to leave the courtroom.
Chuck, wait!
The courtroom starts to stir once again. Can even hear Enid and amongst all the chatter say,
How did I miss that?
The door is broken.
Well, Enid, guess you don't know everything. Cut to Al walking at Callahan's law office at night. Al walks past Vivian, who has a large stack of files in her hands.
Oh, Al, Callahan asked me to see you before you leave.
Really?
Yeah, you know, he already had his coffee, but maybe he needs a donut?
Do you need any help?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, bye.
Best buds alert. Al knocks on Callahan's door and goes into his office. Hi.
Hi.
Sit down.
Okay.
Al sits down while Callahan sits on the edge of his desk.
Is everything all right?
I'm sorry that I didn't build you a stronger ship, young Al. You followed your intuition today, and you were right on target. I should have listened.
Thank you.
About the alibi.
I'm sorry.
I'm impressed that you took the initiative to go there and get it. That's what makes a good lawyer. And on top of that, you gained the client's trust and kept it. That's what makes you a great lawyer. You're smart, Al. Smarter than most of the guys on my payroll.
Wow.
I think it's time to discuss your career path. Callahan starts walking and sitting over by Al. Have you thought about where you might be a summer associate?
Oh, not really. I know it's very competitive.
Ah, you know what competition's really about, don't you? It's about ferocity. Oh, okay, JB, yeah. Real ferocity, dear JB. It's about ferocity, carnage, balancing human intelligence with animal diligence, knowing exactly what you want and how far you'll go to get it. Vivian walks up to Callahan's office door as Callahan puts his hand on Al's thigh. How far will you go, Al? Vivian walks off. It's gross, eh?
Sorry, I just vomited in my mouth.
It sucks more because Victor Garber is such a great actor and you have a lot of respect for him. So when his character does this, because he's a great actor, you almost lose respect for Victor Garber even though it's not him. Yeah.
Sleaze.
Vivian walks off. Al brushes Callahan's hand off her leg.
Are you hitting on me?
You're a beautiful girl.
So everything you just said.
I'm a man who knows what he wants.
And I'm a law student who just realized her professor is a pathetic scumbag.
Al walks out of Callahan's office. Too bad. I thought you were a law student who wanted to be a lawyer. Al walks up to the elevators, visibly upset. Al gets in an elevator. Vivian comes up to Al just before the elevator door closes.
You almost had me fooled. Maybe you should sleep with the jury, too. Then we can win the case.
The elevator's doors close. You can see Al's stunned expression in the door reflection. A great shot. Al leaves the elevator and walks towards the exit. Emmett greets Al on the way out. Hey.
I'm quitting.
Why?
Law school was a mistake. The whole internship was a mistake.
What are you talking about? You earned it.
I didn't earn anything, Emmett. Callahan only gave me the internship because he liked the way I looked, which he made clear tonight when he tried to feel me up.
Callahan did what?
Just forget about it. I'm going back to LA. No more boring suits. No more pantyhose. No more trying to be something that I'm just not.
What if you're trying to be something that you are? Arr.
Arr, me hearties.
Somebody that you are. I mean, the hell with Callahan. Stay.
Call me if you're ever in California, okay?
Al walks away from all the troubles in her life. Al's walking away to find a better day. It actually was an homage to my very first project I did in Polytech Film Television. I did a music video and I did Walking Away from Craig David. Easter egg from my previous life.
An Easter Greg.
Easter Greg.
Easter Greg, yeah.
Cut to the daytime. Al's convertible was stocked up with all her luggage. Al was in the salon hugging Paulette goodbye.
What's the point in staying, Paulette? I mean, all people see when they look at me is blonde hair and big boobs. No one's ever going to take me seriously. The people at law school don't, and Warner doesn't. I don't even think my own parents take me seriously. I just felt like for the first time that someone expected me to do something more with my life than just become a Victoria's Secret model. But I was just kidding myself. Callahan never saw me as a lawyer. He just saw me as a piece of ass, just like everybody else. Turns out I am a joke.
No, you're not a joke.
I love the Jennifer Coolidge. Al and Paulette hug once more.
The hell with law school. I just wanted to say goodbye.
The camera then focuses on another lady in a chair, who then turns around. It's Stromwell.
If you're going to let one stupid prick ruin your life, you're not the girl I thought you were.
Yes, Stromwell.
Stromwell walks off. Stromwell's very much like, gives you the impression that she's after Al at first, and Callahan is not, and then the roles reverse.
It's just such a beautiful use of the Socratic method.
Reminds me of Bill and Ted. Socrates! Cut to Emmett watching Callahan being interviewed on TV. Callahan takes the credit for Al's and Enrique findings. Emmett sits down next to Vivian. They are both talking to Brooke in a prison visiting room.
Is he always such an ass?
He's a top defense attorney in the state. Of course he's an ass.
Fine. But is he an ass that's going to win my case?
Well, he's an ass that's going to try.
He thinks I'm guilty, doesn't he?
That's not what's important to him.
If he doesn't trust me, why should I trust him? Ask Al. She looked pretty cozy with him last night.
Emmett looks at Vivian. You know, you don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
What's going on here?
Al quit.
What?
Yeah, Callahan hit on her, so she quit. Vivian feels bad realizing she has made an awful mistake.
Oh my god, scumbag. Oh god. What? I feel terrible. I made a huge mistake.
See? Told you. Well, maybe there's something we can do about it. Cut to Brooke, who's all dressed up, being escorted into court by a guard. Callahan and Emmett are sitting down preparing. What are you so happy about? You're on trial for murder.
Get up.
What?
You're fired. I have new representation.
Who? The entire courtroom gazed at the back door of the courtroom. Did she make like a gondol horn or something? Because everyone turns around before she even came in the room.
Yeah, they're like expecting it.
They practiced the timing like it was a wedding ceremony.
Yeah, it's really weird. A woman wearing pink glittery high heels and a pink dress, carrying a pink bag, enters. It's Al. And David's with her too. Al walks up to the table that Callahan, Emmett, and Brooke are at. I like those little swing doors that some courtrooms have. I want to point that out. The little swing doors that they have.
Excuse you, you're in my way.
She's a law student. She can't defend you. Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court ruling 3.03.
See? Thank you, David.
The judge asks Al, Callahan, and Emmett to approach the bench. You're not going up there.
Oh, yes, I am.
I'm sorry. Maybe you didn't hear me. The Titanic will sink. Also, you're fired.
Had to get one last shot in it, you know?
Yeah.
Judge asks him to approach again. All of the counsellors approach, including the prosecution lawyer.
Al Woods, Your Honour, Rule 3.03 of Supreme Judicial Court states that a law student may appear on behalf of a defendant in criminal proceedings.
Your Honour, I have no problem with this.
I do. I'm not allowing it.
Oh, but you agreed last night in your office when we were discussing my career?
The rulings also states that you need a licensed attorney to supervise you. Mr. Callahan, that I won't agree to. I'll supervise, Your Honour. Well, then, Miss Woods, proceed.
Thank you, Your Honour.
Paulette and the delivery guy with a bandage over his nose enter the courtroom and sit down. Callahan walks up to the table and has one final dig at Brooke. Enjoy prison. The judge makes sure Brooke knows what she's doing.
Absolutely.
Serena and Margot, Al's Delta new friends, walk into the courtroom.
Oh my God! There she is! Al!
Al, we came to see your trial.
Oh, look how cute! There's like a judge and everything. And jury people.
Vote for Al. Ladies, take a seat. Cut to Chutney being sworn back in on the witness stand. The judge lets Al begin the questioning. Al gets up out of the chair, a little unsure of herself, which is very unlike Al compared to the rest of the film.
First of all, I would like to point out that not only is there no proof in this case, but there is a complete lack of, mens rea, which by definition tells us that there can be no crime without vicious will.
Callahan eye rolls while sitting in the courtroom while the prosecution team smirks and giggles with one another. I am aware of the meaning of mens rea. What I'm unaware is why you give me a vocabulary lesson when you should be questioning your witness. Serena makes faces at the judge's comments.
Yes, Your Honour.
Al looks nervously at her folder.
Miss Wyndham, when you arrived at the house, was your father there?
Not that I saw, but like I said, I went straight upstairs to take a shower.
And when you came downstairs, what happened?
I saw Brooke standing over his body, drenched in his blood.
You might say that Brooke took her husband on a final destination.
But Mrs. Wyndham didn't have a gun?
No, she'd stashed it by then.
Move to strike that from the record, Your Honour. It's speculation. Stall stricken. Emmett looks at Al, reassuring her. Go ahead.
Miss Wyndham, did you hear a shot fired?
No, I was in the shower.
Okay, so sometime in the 20 minutes that you were in the shower, your father was shot.
I guess.
Your father was shot while you were in the shower, but you didn't hear the shot because you were in the shower?
Chutney looks confused.
Yes. I was washing my hair.
Where is she going with this?
Have a little faith, Gerard. Al looks back at Emmett. Emmett gives Al the go get him look.
Miss Wyndham, what had you done earlier that day?
I got up, got a latte, went to the gym, got a perm, and came home.
When Chutney says got a perm, Al's eyes light up.
Where you got in the shower?
I believe the witness has made it clear that she was in the shower. The courtroom, including Callahan, are amused by the judge's comment. Ha ha ha, got him. Shut up, Callahan. You should have built a better ship. Serena and Margot are annoyed at the courtroom laughing.
Yes, Your Honour. Miss Wyndham, have you ever gotten a perm before?
Yes.
How many would you say?
2 a year since I was 12. You do the math.
Al approaches the jury.
You know, a girl in my sorority, Tracy Machinko, got a perm once. We all tried to talk her out of it. Curls weren't a good look for her.
Al looks back at Chutney.
She didn't have your bone structure.
The ex-Mrs. Wyndham appreciates Al's bone structure comment about her daughter. She's like, oh, that's nice.
But thankfully that same day she entered the Beta Delta Pi wet t-shirt contest, where she was completely hosed down from head to toe.
Objection. Why is this relevant?
Oh, I have a point, I promise.
Then make it.
Yes, Your Honor. Chutney, why is it that Tracy Marchenko's curls were ruined when she got hosed down?
Margot puts her hand up like she's in a class at school.
Because they got wet?
Exactly, because isn't it the first cardinal rule of perm maintenance that you're forbidden to wet your hair for at least 24 hours after getting a perm at the risk of deactivating the ammonium thiocholate?
The prosecutor looks shocked.
Yes?
And wouldn't somebody who's had, say, 30 perms before in their life be well aware of this rule?
Chutney looks lost for words.
And if in fact you weren't washing your hair, as I suspect you weren't because your curls are still intact, wouldn't you have heard the gunshot?
Chutney starts to look around the courtroom.
And if, in fact, you had heard the gunshot, Brooke Wyndham wouldn't have had time to hide the gun before you got downstairs, which would mean you would have had to have found Mrs. Wyndham with a gun in her hand to make your story plausible.
So you were talking earlier, Jemma, about some inconsistencies in here. Is the perm one of them? If they had it at trial in 2 years, like they usually would, the perm wouldn't be a thing that you could actually go on?
Yeah, that's right. Because there's a comment that she makes. Your curls are still intact, wouldn't you have heard the gunshot? But realistically speaking, it's been, 6-7 months since the file was first handed over. So she would have had at least one more perm since then. So it isn't really defensible unless the whole trial took place, within days of the murder.
It is a bit weird, isn't it?
You would have had to refer back to some actual evidence to show that the perm was intact.
Even if the perm had got wet by water, couldn't she just go back in a couple of weeks and get it redone?
Arguably, yeah. Although it could have damaged her hair, so maybe they could have referred to the damage, but yeah.
The prosecutor stands up in shock, not knowing what to do.
Isn't that right?
She's my age. Did she tell you that? How would you feel if your father married someone who was your age?
You, however, had time to hide the gun, didn't you, Chutney, after you shot your father?
I didn't mean to shoot him.
Chutney looks and points at Brooke.
I thought it was you walking through the door.
The whole courtroom gasps. Judge calls for order. The prosecution is just in shock that the whole case just got blown.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Bailiff, take the witness into custody where she'll be charged for the murder of Hayworth Wyndham. In the matter of the state versus Brooke Wyndham, the case is dismissed. Mrs. Wyndham, you are free to go.
Woohoo!
The courtroom cheers. Bruiser leaps out of Al's pink handbag, and Chutney is taken away by some guards. Paulette kisses delivery guy, which hurts his nose, and Callahan looks disappointed, probably about not building a better ship. Cut to Al getting interviewed by reporters while coming down to the courtroom stairs with Brooke. Al, how did you know that Chutney was lying?
Because she's brilliant, of course.
The rules of hair care are simple and finite. Any Cosmo girl would have known.
Cut to Al going through another part of the courthouse. Warner is calling after her.
What?
I just wanted to say that you are so brilliant in there, and that I was wrong, and you are the girl for me.
Really?
Yes, Pooh Bear, I love you.
Warner kisses Al's hand.
Oh, Warner, I've waited so long to hear you say that.
Warner smiles.
But if I'm going to be a partner in law firm by the time I'm 30, I need a boyfriend who's not such a complete bonehead.
Al takes her hand back from Warner, turns around and walks away. The scene transitioned from Al walking away from the courthouse to 2 years later at the Harvard Law graduation, 2004. When Al walks through the door, there is a really bright white light. Because Al, is a ghost.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, wait, no, it's a different Reese Witherspoon film, Just Like Heaven.
Oh.
I guess the light is there because Al's future is so bright.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present the graduates of Harvard Law School class of 2004. I'm personally very honored to introduce this year's class-elected speaker. After getting off to quite an interesting start here at Harvard, she graduates today with an invitation to join one of Boston's most prestigious law firms. I am sure we are going to see great things from her.
Terrible, but great.
Ladies and gentlemen, Al Woods.
Al comes to the podium in full graduation attire. Not pink, though. Enid is even applauding Al. Warner looks unimpressed. Al hugs Stromwell.
On our very first day at Harvard, a very wise professor quoted Aristotle. The law is reason free from passion. Well, no offense to Aristotle, but in my 3 years at Harvard, I have come to find out that passion is a key ingredient to the study and practice of law and of life. It is with passion, courage of conviction, and strong sense of self that we take our next steps into the world, remembering that first impressions are not always correct.
Al smiles down at Vivian.
You must always have faith in people, and more importantly, you must always have faith in yourself. Congratulations, class of 2004. We did it!
Audience erupts and cheers. Yay! The song from the beginning of the movie starts playing again while the final celebrations commence.
Do, 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 do.
Al's parents are in the audience, her dad with a martini in hand.
Nothing says rich Californian parents like a martini.
Bruiser has a wee graduation hat on. Vivian dumped Warner. She and Al are now best friends. Warner graduated without honours, without a girlfriend, and without any job offers. Paulette married the delivery guy. They're expecting their first child, a daughter to be named Al. Emmett quit Callahan's firm and opened his own practice. He and Al have been dating for the past 2 years. Al throws her hat into the air. Her fellow graduates in the audience follow suit. Message comes up. Emmett is proposing to Al tonight. Sequel, anyone? End of movie. Right, now we've gone through the movie Legally Blonde. Let's give our ratings for the film.
Nobody does it, Bennett.
Right, so we've now done our ratings for Legally Blonde. Since there's 4 of us, this is the first ever 4-person podcast. Historical moment here, and Nobody Does It Bennett history. But because there's 4 of us and only 2 count, me and Tenson are going to be taken out. Let Alice and Jemma make the decisions when it comes to the final actual scores. We'll still say what our ratings are, but it just won't count towards the final. So, with story, Alice, what have you given?
So for story, I gave it a 5. I love the story. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, I love the story. It's beautiful, and I've watched the movie over and over again. It's a comfort film for me. So
Oh, perfect. Tenson, what have you given the story?
I've given the story 4. I think it's really fun, entertaining, with, I think, some pretty strong messaging, if you can look further beyond just the entertainment factor. So yeah, I've given it a 4.
And Jemma, what have you given the story?
I have also given the story a 5, mostly because I really enjoy the clever ways that they've thrown some stereotypes on their head whilst retaining other ones as a way to move the plot forward, and it just has such great messaging in it for everyone of any age.
Nice. Reese Witherspoon and stuff will love that we gave you guys a deciding factor for that one. And hopefully no one hates me for this, but I've given it 3 out of 5. I think the story does the job well, but the story is never the thing I go, wow, this is really, really good story and intriguing. I'm just kind of like Al as a character, liked all the characters, and the story was there to move the plot along in a good way. One of my favourite movies, I'm going to admit, is A Few Good Men, and it's like got one of the most iconic kind of courtroom scenes ever in the history of movies. When I see this, like, I enjoy it, I have a lot of fun with it, but because I've seen things that have done better, I can't give it a 5. But yeah, 3 out of 5, still good. For acting, I have given it a 4 out of 5. Again, Reese Witherspoon, really, really good. All the characters in this are pretty good. Once you get to outside of, Warner, Vivian, Al, and Paulette and stuff like that. Yeah, there's some background people there that are fine. Do the job nicely. Like David and Eden and stuff are fine. They're fun. But I don't think the cast all around is amazing. Just most of them are pretty good. And that's why a 4 out of 5 is still pretty strong. Jemma, what have you given acting out of 5?
I've actually given it a 3.5 for similar ideas. I also just think there's too many times where very obvious acting choices were made. Specifically, Warner's mouth opened so far that you could fit a whole jam jar in there, and a few real sort of obvious and not so nuanced takes. Like it makes sense for the type of film that it is, but I feel like it took me out of the story sometimes when the acting was a bit obvious.
And Tenson, what have you given acting?
I've also given it a 3.5. Basically for the same reasons as you both said. I think that probably the best performance is probably Reese Witherspoon. I think she plays her character like really, really well. So yeah, not really too much else to say or add.
Cool. And Alice, what have you given acting out of 5?
So I gave it a 3. I agree. I think Reese Witherspoon is probably the best actor in the film. There's definitely some one-dimensional stereotype sort of characters in the film, but the acting isn't really the most important part of the film. There's a lot of cheese with the acting as well, I felt. But, doesn't need to have great acting.
Right, so now we move to how well it holds up. Tenson, what have you given it out of 5?
3.5. I think it's held up pretty well. There's some moments where I kind of cringe, like, oh, it's probably aged not the best. And basically what Alice was saying with some of the stereotypes, especially like Enrique and like the gay aspect to the film, I think hasn't aged particularly well. But overall, I think 3.5.
And Alice, what have you given how well it holds up?
Yeah, so I gave it a 4, pretty much for that exact same reason. There's definitely some maybe a little bit dodgy stereotypes in the film that I think probably wouldn't pass in a movie made today. But apart from that, if you took those out, I think it still holds up pretty well.
I have given it a 4 out of 5. Like you say, there are some things that are 2000s about it that you wouldn't necessarily get away with today. So it can never be perfect for holding up for that reason. But I think what it does is pretty well. And although it does give into some stereotypes, I think it also breaks a lot of them. So it's moving things forward that otherwise wouldn't have been moved forward. So I think it's still a good enough message that it holds up pretty strongly. Can't be a perfect 5, but a 4 nonetheless. And Jemma, what have you given how well it holds up?
I also gave it a 4 for all much the same reasons that everyone has already so beautifully said. I think for me, so we bring up the different waves of feminism, right? Like this very clearly does come before the fourth wave or this latest version of feminism, which is very intersectional. And you see that in the treatment of Enrique as a stereotyped gay man. And I think that the conversation gets more nuanced as you add in layers of different ways that people experience stereotypes. And it doesn't quite hit the mark in that regard. But it's still the sort of movie that I will happily show my daughter and my son, and I know that they will take the right message from it.
Yeah, the cave troll though didn't look very good. So for music, Jemma, what have you given it?
I gave it a 3. I think it's got some solid bangers in there. There's some really memorable motif songs, obviously the repeating song through it, Perfect Day. But I don't think it's anything really to write home about. I think this style of movie doesn't require a big cinematic sort of soundtrack to move the plot along. And there were a couple times where the music was a little bit dramatic for the situation as well. But again, it's for the comedy of it. So a solid 3. Enjoyable, nothing to write to mum about.
And Tenson, what have you given music out of 5?
I've given music a 3.5. Definitely some of the music is very early 2000s, and like the iconic theme and everything like that is probably the standout for the music, but yeah, it's nothing too like outstanding or memorable.
And Alice, what have you given music?
So I gave it a 5, mostly because of the Perfect Day song. I love that song. Also, I'm a sucker for early 2000s music in general. It's so good.
It's your kind of beat.
Oh, yeah. I grew up with it. Yeah.
Funny enough, my reasoning is pretty much the same. I gave it a 3 out of 5. That Perfect Day song is pretty much the reason why I did it. It's a catchy song. The rest of the music, yeah, it's serviceable. There's nothing in here like when we did Ghost Alice that I went, this sounds like TV music. That's why I gave it a 3, because Perfect Days is a really catchy song and everything else did the job. Right, so for visuals, how good it looks. Alice, what have you given it?
So I gave it a 5. I think the visuals are the best part of the movie, especially the contrast between Al and how much she stands out from the rest of the crowd in the film. I think it's beautiful.
And Tenson?
Given visuals a 4, I think, yeah, basically for the same reasons. Like, there's quite a lot of iconic moments in the film, especially like Al. She's just a bit of an icon. I don't think there's too much more to say to what Alice said.
Yeah, fair. And Jemma?
I feel like I'm going to be unpopular now. I gave it a 2.5. I thought it was mid. I think there's some really beautiful moments. Things are well set up. Like you mentioned at the beginning, following the leader through the house is quite cool. A few other shots like that. They're neat. They add intrigue. But for the most part, I just thought it was... They did what they needed to do, showed what they needed to do, but it's not a cinematic marvel in regards to the visuals. So I gave it a 2.5. But you're right, like the colour contrast and stuff like that, I didn't really consider that when I was thinking of visuals. I was just thinking of framing and that kind of thing, and that probably would have bumped it up a bit more for me if I'd thought of it that way.
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I gave it a 3 out of 5 for pretty much very similar reasons. There are a couple of shots like the elevator doors close and you can see how upset Al is, or just a few good shots where she's on the floaty doing the video essay. But they're just moments. Everything else is just there to kind of move the plot along. If you watch Jurassic Park, for example, like there's so many visual shots where you're just like, this is amazing. I never got that visually from this. I just kind of sucked into the whole story and character of Al. Did the job, but nothing stood out that made me go, wow, this is incredible. Alice's point of her standing out in pink compared to everyone else was a very smart option, and I didn't really think about that too, but yeah, that's a good point as well. But I still think it's not a movie about its visuals, it's a movie about performances. Yeah, it's not bad, it's not good, it's just right. With our grand total, so I gave it a 17 out of a possible 25 stars. Jemma, what have you got?
I also have a 17 out of a possible 25.
Nice. And Tenson?
18.5.
Out of the possible 25? Nice.
I've got 22.
So we now have done the totals for Legally Blonde. Of course, Jemma and Alice's totals are the only ones that count. Alice gave it 22 out of 25, and Jemma gave it 17 out of 25, which makes it a 39 out of 50 movie. It puts it in 17th equal with the movies The Lost World, Jurassic Park, and The Punisher from 2004, the Thomas Jane version, and Legally Blonde. 39 out of a possible 50 stars. I think it's pretty good for a movie that doesn't get talked about enough these days, but it's still a good watch and a fun watch every time to go back to. So 39 out of 50. How do you guys feel about Legally Blonde in that kind of category? Did you expect it to be higher or lower?
I think it's a fair rating.
I think it's fair. I feel like it probably could have been a little bit higher, and I know that I directly contributed to that with my misunderstanding of one of the categories. But I feel like it's in a good spot. You know, having Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets at number 13, and The Mask and Scott Pilgrim around there, but being above Spider-Man 3, it makes sense to me. Anyway, yeah.
It makes sense to me as well. It's not a perfect film by any means, but it's up there.
Just one that means a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
It also beat out by worst of the worst Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter.
Oh, I'm still quite offended, to be fair.
Right, so yeah, 39 out of 50, and like I say, it's beaten out ones like Spider-Man 3, TMNT, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the live action from 1990, The Frighteners, Tenson, from 1996. I think Legally Blonde's in a good spot. This is a spot where it gets recognised as being a good film without going crazy and saying it's the best film we've ever seen. 39 out of 50 stars. Legally Blonde is certainly a product of its time, but not in the way you might think. The film is a time capsule to the early 2000s in a way that has you thinking back fondly to this era, as well as giving performances and a story that have you rooting for Al. Legally Blonde is a good popcorn film that you can pop on at any time or catch up on TV just to enjoy time and time again. It's a product of its time, but in a good way.
I think Legally Blonde is very much one of these films that's peak nostalgia for me. It reminds me of being, you know, a young woman growing up in a world and being aware of, you know, the stereotypes and the prejudices that are out there. And it meant a lot as, you know, someone who perhaps would be up against the same assumptions at times, or there might be similar themes that I see for women around me, and for that reason it will always hold a bit of a special place in my heart. Even if now that I'm older I can see that there's a few levels of intersectionality. Like, Al is in a very privileged place to be able to just decide to go to Harvard Law School in 6 months, you know, to be able to get in and to have financial backing from her parents, and there's certainly other layers of inequities that could be addressed if this movie was remade these days, would be, I'm sure, a more central part of the story. But I still think that, combined with it being a product of its time, it is a very powerful movie for young girls to watch. Yeah.
I agree. And yeah, just to add on to what Jemma said, what I really love about it as well is I think as a society then and still now, there is definitely a prejudice to, you know, wanting to wear pretty clothes or be girly or like pink, you know. It's a really good movie that combats that. There's nothing wrong with that, and it doesn't make you any less of a person for liking girly things.
When you mentioned that you see this in a different perspective now than when you were younger, it's interesting how movies do that. One example I can pull out is one of the very first podcasts I ever did was Big with Tom Hanks, where he wishes to be big as a kid. You love it as someone who gets to be an adult and run around and do all these antics and have fun making toys and stuff like that. But until you get an adult, you don't really think about what the parents are going through and how every day because he's gone for like a month, every day there's less chance that her son's going to come back alive. It kind of takes her out of the whole family entertainment sort of shenanigans sort of thing. And when you mentioned the thing about Legally Blonde, that when you were younger you saw it in a completely different light to where you are now, I think good films do that. Good films have different perspectives that, although they may be flawed because of that, it still is deep enough that you can kind of go back and go, this is actually like, yeah, as a kid, Al is getting unfairly treated and she's showing what she can do. But as an adult, you realize she came from a place of privilege. All these people pretty much came from a place of privilege. I don't think there was too many colours at Harvard in this movie. Racism and stuff that could be seen in it as well, but I don't think it's ever intended to do, but it was just one of those ones where it was part of the system. It's a good thing in today's day and age. We start looking at these things more like, why is this person being persecuted for being gay? Why isn't there more cultural or just more people there of different colours and stuff at Harvard? You don't think about that when you're 16.
Sadly, you wonder if it's not just a product of its time, but more of an accurate representation of what things were actually like in the early 2000s.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's a real time capsule.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's handled in a way that we don't look at it now and scorn it. It's in a way where it almost exemplifies how far we have come. Still got a way to go. A long way to go as a society, but it is nice to see when you watch it now that you inherently pick up on that, and that wasn't the way that people would think.
Well, even when we saw it when it first came out, we didn't think about that, but now we are, because a day and age where it's not right and we understand it's not right. Have you got anything to say, Tenson, before we sign off?
To be honest, like, you guys have really covered everything that I probably would have said about it, but looking at it outside of like that sort of messaging, it's just a fun movie with some iconic lines. Like, especially the Jennifer Coolidge characters. Some of her lines are just, like, top tier.
Taking the dog, dumbass.
Yeah. And Bruiser, too.
Ellis, Jemma, and Tenson, thank you for joining me for Legally Blonde. It's been fun. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it.
We have.
Yeah.
It's made me think more about Legally Blonde than I ever thought I'd think about. So.
Yeah, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah, it's always a good thing. And thank you for listening. Remember, some others may do it better, but nobody does it, Bennett. Take care.
It's the end of the show, and now it's time to go. Don't be sad, just be glad. Then nobody does it better.